Welcome. In front of me is a POCO M7, and today I'll show you how you can go through the setup process of this device. So, when you boot it up for the very first time, you should be presented with the same screen that you can see on my end. And from here, we're going to start off by just clicking on the arrow, as this is the only thing we can do. And next page, we can choose our desired language. For me, it's selected Polish by default, which I'm pretty sure it's getting that from the location. So we're going to be scrolling down and finding our language. Now, I will be choosing English, and as you can see, we have a couple different regions for English. So I'm going to select, let's select India. I sure shit don't want to select UK, and US doesn't have also any kind of great consumer rights. And to be fair, I don't know if this really has any kind of impact, but in a slightest chance that it does have impact, I would recommend choosing something that is not part of US or UK. These are both the shittiest places you can select that you're from in terms of kind of consumer rights. And the idea here is that, for instance, when you have European Union as example, which is where I'm from, specifically Poland, if EU decides that they're going to introduce some kind of law that forces companies like Google or Xiaomi to change something that they're doing, they will be forced to do so, or they're going to get fined and eventually just will be forced to cease business in EU, right? Which isn't necessarily the greatest thing you can have happen to you. Just look at Huawei. So in this case, they will be kind of forced to comply. And if you're in EU, you would have those kind of benefits working for you. But if this is something that is, detrimental to the operation of a company, then there's a chance that that company would only apply these kind of changes in European Union and keep as it was everything everywhere else. So that's kind of what I'm getting at here. Obviously, we don't really have EU to choose from here for some reason, so I'm just choosing something that isn't UK or US, as these are the UK, freedom of speech, bon voyage, US, freedom to own anything, bon voyage. So you're paying for something that you don't even own there. So yeah, I would not be choosing that. And actually, here we look at that. We actually have a region here. So we can choose whichever actual thing we can select there, whatever you want. As we do actually have a region. So I'll be choosing Polish, which is already selected by default as it's part of European Union. But you can choose whatever else. And I do recommend choosing that just for that hopefully smallest chance that it would kind of work this way. And for the smallest chance that you might have more kind of freedom compared to, for instance, UK, where your government, if you're from UK, would literally want to have back access to your device willy-nilly whenever they want without any kind of court order or anything like that. Hey, you said something mean, we're going to check if you said something mean and then convict you for that because, God forbid, you have mean words to say to our cunt politicians that do absolutely nothing other than completely screw you over, right? That's punishable by law, even though we have freedom of speech, right? So I would be taking any kind of other country just for that slither of chance that some shitty ass politician doesn't get to convict me for purpose of me calling him a faggot. Yeah, that's basically where I'm coming from. Anyway, let's move on to the next page. And that is terms and conditions. So we have user agreement, privacy policy, and you can tap on either one of those or both of them to read exactly what you are agreeing to. But at the end of the day, you do have to check the box right here at the bottom that I have read and agreed to the user agreement and privacy policy. And we can go to the next page. Now, I'm not going to be reading a single word of it, like I never do. So I'm going to just ignore it. Now, one more thing. When you go to the next page, which I just closed, wait for it to show up. Should pop up. There we go. You can see it automatically shows up on the screen. This is this page right here. This is a basically page designed to help you move over data from your old device to this one. Now, the way this works is absolutely horrendous. How it moves data and what data it moves is just awful, and I don't recommend using it. there is a better way that I'm going to show at the end of the video that I can go about this. But for people that are interested in this and knowing what it is for the future, explanation here for this would be, this is Google's data import process. Now, Google's data import is absolutely horrendous, the worst piece of shit you can probably imagine, as it kind of fails at its own job. So, what it will first do is move over your account from old device, which is this one, for me, to, or, well, if I wanted to do this, to this one. And there's just a simple little confirmation. I think it's through the 3 numbers that select, the correct number that is visible on the other phone. And voila, you don't need to log in. The account is already on this phone from Google, right? And with that account, you have the ability to move over other information, like, for instance, your call logs, contacts, and photos, videos, and anything else that is stored only on the cloud. Now, that is pretty limiting, considering if you don't import your contacts to the cloud, tough fucking titties, it isn't getting moved by Google. They're not going to be bothering with this whatsoever. On top of that, any kind of application that is outside of Play Store, well, Google's approach is not our circus, not our monkeys. And even if it is their circus and their monkeys, if their monkeys got deleted from Play Store by either themselves or by the developer of the application, yeah, you're not restoring that application either. Even though it's already on your older device, it's not getting moved to the new one, because Google doesn't actually move data. It just forces the new device to re-download everything from the cloud. If that thing doesn't exist in the cloud anymore, like the application in the Play Store, it doesn't have anywhere to get it from. Even though it is physically on your phone, the old one, it's not going to move the APK or the compress it and move it. It's going to try to re-download it from Play Store instead. So that's why this solution right here is horrendous. So we're going to be skipping it, because there's a much, much better way of going about this. Now, next page, we have insert SIM card. Obviously, optional step. You can pop in your card if you want to, or completely ignore it if you don't, which is what I will be doing. And next, we have connect to network. Again, I believe you can skip this. Let's see. Yep, we can. But you can also connect to Wi-Fi if you want to. It's completely up to you. It's your setup, so set it up the way you want to. And just know, whatever you do right here can all be changed later on after the setup is completed. This is not set in stone, so you don't need to worry about it if you just want to get to the home screen and, go on your merry way. Now, here we can now select some kind of protection to our device. The first option, screen lock, actually contains 3 different options: PIN, pattern, or password. And you will need one of these if you're planning to use either fingerprint or face recognition, or both. And reason for that requirement is fingerprint and face recognition are biometric protections. And biometrics aren't 100% reliable, so in the times that they decide to have a sissy fit and refuse to unlock your device because, God forbid, you got a speck of dust or a tiny little blemish on your finger or your face, right? You can always rely on a pattern, password, PIN, whatever you have set to unlock your device. That doesn't care if there is a tiny little blemish on your face or a speck of dust on your finger. And I will be choosing pattern right here. Once you select any of these options, Xiaomi considers their user base to be room temperature IQ, so they're giving you 4-second timer to let you know that way you need to remember your screen lock. Water appears to be wet here. Once you confirm that, you can now insert your protection. So for me, that's pattern. Patterns actually do need to have a set amount of dots hit. So as an example, if I let it go clear, if I do this, you see this is too short. I can't use that. So once you set it up, then I'm gonna looks like, let's actually quickly check it. That looked a little bit odd. Yep, this is so 4 dots at least. So 1, repeat it, confirm, and it's now set. Now here it jumps straight forward. Most devices actually go back to the screen lock options for the biometrics. Here it just kind of ignores and goes on. So if you want to, you can actually back out and add those as well, or you can select either fingerprint, face recognition right away, and it will force you first to add a screen lock. Now, I'm going to stop here for a moment and explain this page. So this one will be primarily focused on privacy and the load of BS that Google is kind of forking right here to you. So if you're not interested in this, by all means, you can skip forward. It doesn't really change anything here, doesn't really change how your device operates, so you don't need to worry too much. But it will open up your mind in terms of privacy and how your device technically works, or pretends it doesn't. So let's go over these three options right here. So we have use location, send user and diagnostic data, and send user and diagnostic allow scanning and send user and diagnostic data, along with the last option, which isn't necessarily toggleable, but it's still one of the more important ones, which is install updates in the apps. So let's go over these. So things like use location basically allows the device to locate you through GPS or Wi-Fi signals, and you can turn that off. By all means, you can turn it off. The only thing that will happen is that your, I think, location in the settings. So as an example, if I bring up my phone, so when you have location right here, things like this, the toggle will probably be enabled. Without it, I think it's going to be off. So great. It doesn't really change much. In terms of your actual localization, it doesn't change shit. So we can move on. Allow scanning. So it allows the device to look for signals like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, which is great. So just to kind of go over this, allows apps and services to scan for Wi-Fi networks and nearby devices at any time, even when Wi-Fi or Bluetooth is off, which is just fantastic. Now, this is off, so obviously it can't do it right now, supposedly. Now, this, if you think like a corporate person, entity that decided to do this, it starts to look kind of barren in terms of explanation. I mean, for shit, like the legal agreement that he had, that was like multitude of pages when it comes down to protecting themselves. But this explanation right here, like, what the hell? Wow, what a fantastic amount of information for something that seems relatively important. And there's a lot of missing things. So what about other devices seeing my device? Would be my first thought, and you could probably be very certain that it doesn't touch that, because these options are just smoke up your ass right here. It doesn't do anything. So they're only telling you like, oh, you have privacy if you turn that off. Like the device can't scan for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth signals. Whoop-de-doo. You can't be located. It doesn't really tell you that other devices can't locate you. So your device is still sending signal out. It's just not looking for one. Wow, great. So obviously other devices can locate you, and your device does have its own independent, basically unique kind of fingerprint, could be called, and it is basically your IMEI number for the phone. It is unique for every phone, like a VIN for a car. And yeah, that's being basically tracked by other devices, along with another thing, which is cell towers. Now, right now, we don't have a SIM card in here. You would be probably thinking, so I am not connected to any cell tower. There is no reception here, right? Yeah, you're wrong. And you can easily check this by straight up going to the first page and dialing 911. Now, if you're not connected to any cell tower, this kind of call shouldn't be going anywhere. I mean, the way these contacts go through is through cell towers. It's just that this is an emergency call, so you don't need a SIM card for this to be done. But you can do it even when you have no SIM card, even when your phone doesn't show you any kind of reception like it's right now, because there's no SIM card. But your device is right now connected to whatever cell tower is closest to you. And with that connection, it's also relaying your IMEI info and your location, which we have disabled. But that doesn't matter, because it's still gathering it. It might not be as accurate as the phones, but hey, cell tower is still an accurate location anyway. Next, we have send user and diagnostic data, which kind of conflicts, obviously, if you turn that off, with any kind of connection to any cell tower. As by connecting to a cell tower, you're sending user and diagnostic data. Whatever the data is, however you want to classify it, it is some sort of data, and any data on this device I would consider my data. It's on my phone. I am trying to prevent this from sharing any kind of information right now, and that is still going through. So therefore, it's kind of violating this kind of point right here. And some of this data would be your IMEI info. It is your phone's IMEI info that is right now being relayed to a cell tower. Which is pretty interesting considering this option is now disabled. And last thing would be the send user and diagnostic data. Now this one will be a little bit more winded in terms of explanation, as it is something that you don't ever get to really see, at least what I'm about to get to. Here what it really talks about is the fact that you can update or delete updates for applications and update your system manual and BS like this. But again, there is context is in the missing information right here. And that missing information is one of the most important one, at least in my opinion, when it comes onto privacy of your device, which would be the OTA update services. Now, possibly you already heard about this term OTA, and you probably have no freaking clue what it does. Hey, if you own a Samsung smart fridge, you probably got screwed by it after buying a $3,000 fridge that is now displaying ads on it. Great. And you might have been like, ooh, I'm just not going to update it. And yet it's still there, right? Well, that was forced to you onto that fridge or any kind of device like this one through the OTA update services. The basically the bullshit kind of excuse for any kind of corporation like Google to push to your device anything that they want without your permission or even knowledge. Because you never know that your device got updated with it through this bullshit. There is no progress bar, no downloading info, no nothing, no successful update information, nothing. And this process in general is used, for instance, for things like security patches. When there's some kind of vulnerability discovered on your Android, it's going to get patched through OTA updates. So you don't need to, worry about it. It's just going to get automatically fixed and you're good to go. You didn't even know that something was unsecure on your device. But when, for instance, in 2025, Google decided to come out with the info that they're going to be rolling out change to their Android, that you no longer will be able to install third-party applications as long as they haven't been signed by Google. And this was their way of fighting malware ads, which also exist on Play Store, which they didn't talk about at all and didn't touch upon it whatsoever. But hey, if you're a developer and you're allowing people to download outside of our store, we want a ransom. Otherwise, you won't be able to distribute these ads and people won't be able to install them. Obviously, people got absolutely livid about this because at that point, Google phones, any phone that is running Android, are basically the shittier, more retarded version of an iPhone. Because it has all the downsides of an iPhone with no benefits of security of an iPhone. And Google, obviously, from the backlash that they rightfully got, hell, that wasn't even enough of backlash that they got, decided to go back on it partially. So they're going to be applying this kind of update where installing third-party applications won't require a ransom fee for developer to pay to Google as a means to fix malware ads, which, again, if you develop a malware ad that is spying or like some kind of malware, deliberately, you can still pay Google in this kind of logic and it would still be installable. So I'm not sure how that would solve the problem, but whatever. So in this case, they went back on it and they're going to just make it much more annoying to install these ads, which if you ever used Samsung in recent timing, Samsung already has this kind of crap on their devices and it won't let you install third-party ads even when you disable the unknown sources, as you previously had to do this, right? Every Android had this, and it was already a protection. But now that's going to be changed, that you need to disable probably something else. It's unknown how it's going to work yet. But one day, you won't be able to install third-party apps, and you will need to go on an adventure figuring out what the hell you need to turn off to actually be able to install them. And when that happens, you won't know that it got changed. You're just going to try to install an application and you can't for for unknown reason, and you will need to figure out what you need to change. And that is going to be installed through the OTA updates without you even knowing it or agreeing to it. Yay! Isn't that great? So, one last thing to mention about this kind of updates here. There is actually a process. I think it's literally called OTA service updates, update services. And you could, through third-party or through like some applications that allow you to view background processes, not applications, but processes, could technically delete it. But obviously that would also leave your device vulnerable to kind of malware exploits that might come up that Google wouldn't be patching because they couldn't patch it at that point because you deleted the process that is responsible for patching it. Though if this device is like 3 years old, 5 years old at this point for you, into the future, if you're watching this obviously later on, by all means you can delete that shit. You're not going to be getting any more patches after 5 years. So you're going to get the crappy sides of this process, but no benefits of it. So you might as well get rid of it. Anyway, after this long-winded explanation, let's move on. And this should get us almost done with the setup. So we have basic settings in here. And we have one that I want to talk about, which is personalized ads. This is basically just a Xiaomi's way of spying on you to give you what they would claim to be relevant ads or recommendations. And this is not just here. This here just kind of prevents them from, I believe, like listening to you and seeing what you search for. But it obviously doesn't get rid of ads themselves. So Xiaomi does have a lot of places where they do have ads in like their app stores, in their theme application, and so on. So music, video application, they all have ads, and they all have their own options to turn those off, or at least block them from spying on you. And I do want to also point out, when you're trying to turn this off, it gives you this bullshit reverse psychology, flipped switches on the other side as a confirmation. Yes, we're going to be turning that piece of shit off. As I am a believer that if a company doesn't pay me to get my data so they can monetize it and give me ads, which is my data and my sanity that I'm basically sacrificing, I sure shit won't be making their monetary gain easier. So, bon voyage, personalized ads. In here, there's not much other options that I want to talk about. You can go over all of them and see if you want them or not. Turn them off. We do have some that repeat right here, for instance, like location. This one is from Xiaomi now. I'm not sure how it really differs between, but I'm just going to ignore it and move on. And here we have just the option for fonts, customization section. So, can have bigger or smaller text. That's really how this font differs. This one is bigger. Just kind of comical for a font, but anyway, moving on, we have set up your lock screen. So it asks us if you want to use wallpaper carousel. Now, I do not like this personally. Here, what you get to see as examples of this wallpaper carousel is are pretty good examples. These look decent. These ones are ones that I wouldn't mind having on my wallpaper as a lock screen, as these only affected when the wallpapers that you have like displayed right here are ones that you see when you, for instance, press a power button, you have a lock screen, and you're on the lock screen right now. If you press the power button again to wake it up again, that would be another new wallpaper that is going to be pulled from that wallpaper carousel. Now, like I said, these are good examples right here, but what you will also see are things like suitcases, brick walls, maids cleaning, ladies doing fitness. Now, as a single person, this isn't that bad. But if you are a guy and not a single one, I cannot imagine a crappier way to come back home, put down your phone, and then your partner giving you shit. Why is there a random ass skank as a wallpaper on your phone? We do value our peace of mind. So I would recommend skipping this in this case if you don't want to have needless arguments for literally no reason because your phone decided to troll you, basically. Anyway, next we have Launcher, which just basically differs between having all your applications on your home screen, like an iPhone would, or having the typical Android app drawer that you swipe up to get to. I'm going to stick with the app drawer. as that's just what I'm used to. Last thing here will be the system navigation, gestures, buttons. Now there's, I believe, more options for both of these in the settings under, I think it's system and navigation, or display and navigation, something along those lines. So gestures might give you options to like hide the guide bar, increase, decrease sensitivity, and so on, while the buttons might allow you to flip where the back button is from right to left, and so on. So could be more options here. I mean, for these two modes, you have more options outside of the setup actually. And this finishes up the setup. Now I still remember I am going to show you the application that you want to use for moving over all your data from your old device to this one. And there's just going to be a quick little point where that application is and how it's called once I actually have access to the home screen. And if your old device isn't a Xiaomi, you will need to download this application either through Play Store, App Store, or whatever you have on your device as a place to download applications. From that place, you just search for it and you're good to go. If your old device is also a Xiaomi, then that application is already pre-installed on that device. And holy hell, that is taking a while. Preparing system. Come on. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now that it loaded, we're just going to quickly swipe to the second page, and under System Apps, you will find Mi Mover. This is the application that you're going to be using to move all your data from your old device to this one, and this one allows you to move over everything, like I mentioned, including app data, all the photos, videos that you have, application, and so on, no matter where these applications originated from. And yeah, it's pretty fast, seamless. So highly recommend doing this one or using this one. And anyway, this basically sums up the setup. So I hope you found this long-winded explanation setup video helpful, informative. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello, in this video I will show you how to restore backup and how to transfer data on POCO M7. Alright, so first I'll show you how you can transfer the data from your previous device into your POCO, then I'll show you how to restore the backup from Google One, from Xiaomi Cloud, and from your computer. So let's begin. Now, select your language, we are doing the setup process, click on OK, choose your region, and also click on Next. Click on Next once again, scroll down, select that you agree, and click on Next. Okay, and we have the first method that we are interested in, setup using another device. We can already see that on my previous device, the option for the setup appeared. So click on Android, select the device type. In my case, my old phone is an Android, so I need to select it. And now I need to scan this QR code using my old phone, so click on Setup. Okay, and now we need to scan this code. If the option for the setup doesn't appear, don't worry. Simply, you can manually scan this code using the Google Lens, for example, the Google Lens app, or you can use any other third-party QR code scanning app. So now let's scan this. Okay, now I also need to verify by drawing the screen lock that I have on my previous phone. As you can see, our device is automatically connecting to the Wi-Fi, so we now need to keep waiting. It may take a little bit, so simply be patient and keep waiting. You won't have that. I also need to draw this screen log because I was factory resetting this device through the recovery node. That is why it's asking for my screen log. Don't worry, you won't have that. Okay, now copy apps and data, click on next. Getting ready to copy. Okay, and now choose what you want to copy. When it comes to things such as Gmail, Google Photos, Contacts, and Calendar, they are synced automatically. From that list, I only want to copy everything except the apps. If you have selected everything that you want, click on copy. And the process will begin in the background. And now we have to go simply through the setup process. So you can set your screen lock. I'll skip it because I don't want it for now. Of course, everything is available later in the settings. When it comes to Google services, scroll down and hit on accept. Now we have backup options. Always highly recommend to turn them on because they're pretty useful, but everything is up to you, it's your device. I'll turn it on. We can continue the setup or leave and get a reminder. I'll continue. We have a feature that will let contacts nearby find and share with us. It is up to you. I'll click on no thanks. Now we have the Gemini, which is the AI assistant. And we can launch the function that will allow us to remotely launch the Gemini by simply saying, hey Google. I don't want it, so I'll skip it. Okay, you can also add another email account, change how the text displays or review additional apps. It's up to you. I'll click on no thanks. We are nearly finished when it comes to the copying. Okay, copying is finished, so click on done. Getting the phone ready, click on more, next. Select the font, the default or the Mi Sans. You can enable the wallpaper carousel. I don't want it, so I'll click on skip. Select the default launcher, classic or with the app drawer. Click on next. In here we have the recommended apps. I don't want any of them, so I will unselect everything because that's only games. Click on next, select navigation mode, gestures or buttons, then click on next. Alright, preparing the system. Now we need to wait until it loads. We can click on close on the previous phone. Actually, we won't be needing it anymore. So place it next to me. Alright, now we need to keep waiting until we see the button in the middle of the screen. Okay, now we can click on continue. Click on no thanks. And now we are ready to use our phone. Also, don't disconnect from the Wi-Fi yet because some of the things might still be installed in the background. You'll be able to check it right in here if you open the notification bar. So simply don't disconnect from the Wi-Fi yet and wait until everything gets installed. Alright, that was the first method. Now I'll show you how we can restore the backup from Google One. Okay, so let's go now with the Google backup. Now again, we are doing the setup process, and now this time when we have possibility to set up using another device, click on skip, connect to the network. It is necessary, so I'll type the password. Then click on connect. Click on next. Getting the phone ready. We need to wait a little bit. Okay, and now we have the possibility to sign in into a Google account. And we need to sign in into the exact same Google account on which we made the backup before, because if you'll sign in into wrong account, you won't have possibility to restore your backup. So first type your mail. Okay, then click on next. And now we'll have to type the password. Also click on next. I also need to verify on my second phone, because I have two-step verification. Alright, now click on next. Click on agree. Okay, click on next. And now select the backup that you want to restore. In my case, I would like this one. Click on next. I also need to confirm by drawing the screen lock that I have that I had when I was creating this backup. Okay, when it comes to Google Photos, Gmail, Calendar, and Drive, they are synced automatically. And down below we can see the list. Select what you want to restore. In my case, I want everything except the app, so I will unselect them, then click on restore if you have selected everything that you want. And now you have to go through the setup process just like in the previous method. So you can set your screen lock. I'll skip it. In here, click on more, and accept. We have backup services. I'll turn them on because they are useful. We can continue or leave and get a reminder. In here, you can agree or click on no thanks. This feature will let contacts nearby to find and share with you. I'll agree. Click on continue. Now we have the Gemini. We can turn on the voice command to launch the Gemini. I don't want it. Okay, I'll click on no thanks. Getting the phone ready. We have to wait. Okay, now scroll down, click on next. You can select your font, then click on next. And I don't want to use the wallpaper carousel, so I'll skip it. Select the default launcher with the app drawer or the classic. I'll stick to app drawer. Okay, I will unselect everything because in here, if you click on next, all of those apps will be installed, so I don't want it. Select the navigation mode, gestures or buttons. Click on next. Okay, and now we have preparing the system, so we need to wait until the continue button appears on the bottom of the screen. It might take a while, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, now click on continue if the button appears. Okay, and now we are ready to use our device. As you can see, we have our home screen. Also, don't disconnect from the Wi-Fi yet, because some of the things might still be installed in the background. You will be able to check it right in here. And now I'll show you how you can restore the backup from Xiaomi account. Okay, to restore the backup from Xiaomi Cloud, we need to open up the settings. Now click on About Phone. Scroll down, find Backup and Restore. Select Xiaomi Cloud. You also have to sign in into your Xiaomi account, of course. And then click on Backups. Permissions required, so click on Allow. Now click on Manage Cloud Backups. And in here we have all our backups stored in the cloud. So now select Restore Data. Let's wait until it loads. Okay, and now simply hit on Restore. Confirm, the process will begin. You can see that this will take from 1 to 10 minutes. So let's keep waiting. Okay, don't worry if this window turns off. It's still being restored in the background. We can check it right in here. The phone is lagging a little bit because the restoration. We can see that it's going. Okay, 91%. Almost done. Okay, restore successfully, and click on Done. So that's how you can do it using the Xiaomi Cloud. And now I'll show you how you can restore the backup from your computer. So let's open up the settings. Again, About Phone, Backup and Restore, Computer. Select that you agree, Restore. And now we need to use our computer, so I'll quickly switch. Okay, and now we need to connect our phone into our computer. But before we do it, let's create a new backup just for now using the mobile device, because we need to create a folder in the internal storage of our device. So select Backup. You can only, for example, create a backup of other system data, because all we need to do is to create a folder, because it may not appear. So just to make sure, let's create a backup just for now. Click on Backup. It will take like 10 seconds, something like that. So connect your phone into your computer using the USB-C cable. And now let's wait until the process is finished. In here on my desktop, I have the folder with my backup that I want to restore. So now click on Finish. We can now open up the notification bar. So slide to the downside. Click on Charging this device via USB and select File Transfer / Android Auto. Now on your computer, open up the File Explorer. Click on this PC, find your POCO, internal shared storage. Now find My UI, Backup, All Backup, and in here we have the folder into which we are going to copy our backup. That's the backup in the folder that we have just created, so we can delete it. And now copy the backup that you want to restore into the folder. Okay, now we can close it up. On the phone, click on the settings, About Phone, Backup and Restore, Mobile Device, select Restore, select the backup, and click on Restore. We just need to wait until it's finished. It has lagged for now, but let's keep waiting. Sometimes it happens. So don't worry. Actually, we can unplug the cable for now. Oh, it's going. We won't be needing the cable anymore. Well, a lot of notifications coming. Let's keep waiting. Actually, it's taking longer than I expected. But, okay, something's moving on. Almost 50%. Okay, 100%. Click on finish, and now our backup has been restored. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Welcome. In front of me is a POCO M7, and today I'll show you how you can import contacts from your SIM card to the device. So, to get started, you will want to find your contacts application, like this one right over here. Now, I'll be using the Google contacts right here, which automatically this abhorrent app wants to give you notifications. Don't allow it. There is no reason why a contact application, as an application itself, should ever give you contacts. What possible information and notification could it ever give you? You got a new contact? Anyway, so we're going to get rid of that. Now, never lose your contacts. Now, this is just Google being a creepy bunch of cunts right here, trying to automatically just yoink all the personal information of people that have never consented to this. We're going to select no thanks. At least I am. Just because, you know, if someone doesn't want to give this data to Google, I shouldn't be the one that is able to bypass this kind of consent. So we're going to select dismiss. Anyway, now to import contacts, we will want to navigate to organize right here and scroll down to manage SIM. And this will then display all the contacts that are on your SIM card. Now, I do want to stress this. I am going to be approaching the import of contacts from a privacy concern rather than convenience. So keep that in mind, but I'll mention like what the difference here is and what you can select, or also what I believe you should select. So by default, when you select the manage SIM and it shows you all these contacts like it's right now doing it, you will see that Google contacts want to automatically import contacts to the cloud. And that is because that basically allows Google to steal all the information of people that have never consented to this without needing their consent. Wow, what a great loophole there, right? So obviously we're going to tap right here and change it to the device. Now I do want to point out, in your case, I think this is like an updated version of an application as I started seeing it on some devices. In the future, maybe, this kind of option that I have here, Save To, might show up right here as a pop-up at the bottom. And the options that you will see instead of, like it is right now, device or Google account, it will be, by default, the only option visible will be device and Google account. And then under more, even though this window takes about this much of a space, under more you have one additional option which barely extends this window any further. And, you know, considering the more is usually to hide a vast list of options, there is plenty of screen on here left to actually extend it. But, you know, Google is being a creepy bunch of cunts again and just trying to remove the option from visibility. So you're looking like, oh, okay, so this is device and Google, so I will pick this because, I mean, logically, it just imports to both, right? So under the more, you have just the device. I find this to be absolutely disgusting that the option is hidden, but hey, let's be honest, Google isn't in a business of privacy. They're in a business of selling it. So anyway, once you select device, which I do recommend, you can then choose what contacts you want or don't want. And as you also seen, when the Google account was selected, all these contacts are grayed out, and I can select them because they already exist on the Google account. Now, Google doesn't care to have these contacts multiple times. They value their storage and obviously their data. So tough shit, you're not going to be importing the same contact twice. But if you change it to a location that doesn't have these contacts, it automatically allows you to import them, no problem. Anyway, from there, we're going to select import, and let's see. Yes, it does show up this next amazing bullshit. So, remove copies from SIM. Now, I'm first going to read this. So, to clean up your SIM. God damn it, I love this. This is such a stupid thing. Remove copies of imported contacts. Contacts that aren't imported won't be affected. Now, we're going to be keeping them because SIM card storage is only used to store contacts. Now, why the living shit would I ever want to delete these contacts to clear storage when the storage there is designed to hold these contacts? What am I fucking clearing the storage for if its purpose is to hold these contacts there? Because it's absolutely baffling how absolutely conniving this garbage here is. So obviously for the logical purpose, we're going to be keeping it as, hey, your data is best safe when it's in your basically possession and under your control. By deleting it, you're basically allowing Google to have control over your data and you being reliant on it. Now, there is no benefit of that. If you have your contacts in both locations, which you totally can, that's better. Hey, you have it on the cloud if you decided to do that, and on your SIM card and on a device. You have multitude of ways of keeping your contact data backed up in a way. Deleting one of those doesn't give you any additional benefits. It only removes one of the backups, which is pointless. So, anyway, obviously there you want to select keep. Now, once you import your contacts and go to your contacts list, you can categorize where you're going to be seeing the contacts from. So right here, where it says all contacts, we can tap on this and choose to, for instance, show contacts from the device, which is where I imported my contacts to. And there's only 2 of them. Now, before I do that, I do want to quickly point out one thing. So if I move back to the SIM card itself, by importing contacts, you actually get much more options, which is also one of those reasons why I recommend importing contacts to the device and not to the cloud. So when they're on your SIM card, and let's click on one of them and edit it, you can see that in edit options, I only have the name of the contact and the number itself. Nothing else. There's nothing I can add here outside of that. Now, if I move to the same contact that is on the phone, sorry, this is the only one that I didn't import, I guess. I'm going to pick the other one. So this one is now on a phone. It's imported contact. If I go to edit this one, it automatically asks me if I want to import it on the Google account or the device. I'm going to ignore the one that is on the Google account. Keep in mind, these are not personal information, so I'm not being a hypocrite right here. This is basically your number, meaning the number of a SIM card, and just all the contacts associated with the SIM card itself. So anyway, I'm going to select the one that is on the device. And here, I get the options to add picture. The one that is like in a contacts list. The big one is when someone is calling you. Again, this is when importing to the cloud. This is all information that Google has access to in this case. We have first name, last name, company, phone numbers, as in multiple, as you can add more than one. You have labels, notes, email addresses, birthday, address of home or whatever you want to add, others. And under others, we have, again, a decent amount of other crap you can add to these contacts. Now, these contacts, all of them, are usually not your personal contact. So by importing it to the cloud, you're basically selling away your friends, families, data, personal data, all of it that is in here, that you decided to fill out, for Google to categorize, monetize, and sell without ever needing to ask permission the person that this information belongs to. I find this to be absolutely ridiculous that this is even a thing. Now, for people that are wanting to import contacts to the cloud for the purpose of having them on multiple devices and having kind of like a backup of the contact along with all of these informations like photos and multiple numbers and stuff like that, you could go a bit less friendly way, but still decent one, which would be by creating a VCF file, which is a backup of a contact. I think VCF is the file name or type, sorry. And once you do, you can basically email that file to yourself, move it to an SD card, and open it up on any other Android device. And by just literally a click, import these contacts along with all of its like sub data, like, you know, multiple numbers, photos, and all that stuff in that import, which is just great. And obviously, because it's a file, you can keep it wherever you want to have it as a safe kind of backup. So that is a way that you can kind of circumvent having to deal with the cloud while still having the benefit of having a backup with all of its information stored somewhere. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7 and let me show you how to change video resolution. So at first, enroll your camera app. Now, once you're in the video panel, here in the right upper corner you can smoothly change the quality. Just change the FPS and start recording. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7 and let me show you how to switch off developer panel. So first of all, enroll the settings, then find and select additional settings, go to developer options, and all you have to do to turn it off is to unmark the stop indicator. And that's it, that will be all. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7 and let me show you how to activate automatic system updates. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select additional settings and go to developer options. Now locate automatic system updates and just mark the indicator. Well, that's it, that will be all. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7 and let me show you how to reset camera settings. So first of all, open your camera app. Now enroll more options, find settings, and here go to general, scroll to other settings and pick restore. Then just confirm by tapping on OK, and that's it, it has been done. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7 and let me show you how to apply dark theme on this device. So at first enroll the settings, then find and select display and brightness, and here at the top of the list you will notice dark mode icon, so just mark the indicator and that's it. From now on it is active and you can use your device in dark mode. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, today we've got here POCO M7 and let me show you how to close all running apps on this device. So basically all you have to do to close all background apps is to slide with your finger up and hold it for a while. Here you've got all apps that are currently active, and to close them all off, just mark this cross icon. And that's it, if you'll tap here again, you will find no recent items. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hi guys, in front of me is POCO M7 and let me show you how to reset network settings. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select more connectivity options. Here, go a bit lower and you will notice here reset Wi-Fi, mobile networks and Bluetooth. Just mark, and if you truly want to do it, just click on reset settings. Draw your unlock pattern then, and tap on OK. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7 and let me show you how to remove fingerprint from this device. So at first, open the settings, then find and select fingerprints, face data, and screen lock, and mark fingerprint unlock. Now provide your pattern and select fingerprint that you want to remove. Click on remove fingerprint at the bottom of the list, tap on OK to confirm, and that's it. It is no longer connected with your device. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to activate or deactivate the battery percentage and status bar. So at first, open the settings, then find and select notification and status bar, and here click on battery indicator. Now choose the option that you like the most, so you can either hide the battery percentage, you can place it inside the battery icon as it currently is, or outside the battery icon, just however you prefer. So that's it, that would be all. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hello everyone, today we've got here POCO M7, and let me show you how to activate demo mode. First of all, open the settings, then find and select additional settings and go to developer options. Now find demo mode and just mark the indicator. Confirm that you want to turn it on, and that's it. Now you can use your device in this panel. Whenever you want to switch demo mode off, just unmark the indicator. And that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hi guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to block a number. So at first, open your phone dialer, then go to contacts if you are not in this panel, pick the contact that you want to block. Now scroll all the way down, and here you will be able to block this number. Confirm by tapping on block, and that's it. As you can see, even here you've got the notification that this number is blocked. Whenever you want to remove the blockade, just mark unblock and confirm. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to change language on this device. So at first, open the settings, then find and select additional settings. Now go to languages and input, and here pick languages. Just scroll and pick the one that you want to use your device in. Tap on OK, wait a couple of seconds, go back, and as you can see, it has been already changed. So this is it. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to check the total screen time. So first of all, enroll the settings, then find and select digital well-being and parental controls. Here you've got some basic data. If you wish to know a bit more, just mark in the middle of the screen. And here you've got a bit more knowledge, so you can check screen time, notifications received or times opened. You can pick particular app and check statistics daily or hourly, however you prefer. So that's it. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hi guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to reset app preferences. So at first, open the settings, then find and select apps. Here, enroll more options and mark other settings. Then select reset app preferences here. And now if you truly want to reset all preferences for disabled apps, disabled app notifications, default applications for actions, or any other data, just mark reset apps. And that's it, that would be all. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to remove Google account from this device. So first of all, open the settings, then find and select additional settings. go to Accounts and Sync and select the account that you want to remove. Now mark on More icon and click on Remove Account. To confirm it, just tap on Remove Account and tap on OK. Provide your fingerprint or pattern, whatever you use, and that's it. As you can see, this account is no longer connected with your device. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hello guys, and in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to change screen timeout. So at first, enroll the settings. Then find and select lock screen, and here click on sleep at the top of the list. Now you can pick the period of time after which your display will fall asleep. So it can be 15, 30 seconds, 1 to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or even never. I'll go with 10 minutes, and that's it. That will be all. As you can see, it is already applied. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off auto brightness. First of all, open Settings and scroll to click on Display and Brightness. Now use this switcher next to Automatic Brightness right under Brightness slider to either switch it on or turn it off. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to clear browsing data. So at first, open the browser that you are using. In my case, it is Google Chrome. Now tap on More icon and select Delete Browsing Data right here. Go to More Options, and now you can customize it fully. So mark everything that you want to get rid of, then choose the time range. I'll go with all time and mark Delete Data. And that's it. And from now on, you can create history from scratch. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hello everyone, and in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to activate OTG connection. So at first, enroll the settings, then scroll all the way down and mark additional settings. Once enrolled, go to the bottom of the list, and here you will notice OTG. Just mark this panel, and now you can smoothly activate on-the-go connection by using this indicator, and from now on it is active. It will be automatically switched off after 10 minutes of inactivity. However, if you want to switch it off now, just unmark the indicator. So this is it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, and in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to check for software updates. So at first, open the settings, then find and select About Phone and mark Xiaomi Hyper OS. Now your device would be scanned, and here you've got the information. So in my case, there is new version available. If yours is the current one, you will see the notification that your system is up to date, and if it's not, you'll be able to update it over here just by tapping on this blue indicator, and update is available. Then you can download it here. So that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, and in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to update apps on this device. So first of all, you need to enroll your Play Store. Now mark your account icon in the right upper corner and select My Apps and Games. Here click on See Details under Updates Available, and you can either update all apps at once by tapping on Update All at the bottom of the list, or you can update one particular app by tapping on Update right next to its icon. Then you'll be able to observe the progress here. Obviously, meanwhile, you can use your device in a normal way. It will be done in the background. So that's it. That will be all. Thank you for watching. please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hello everyone, and in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to change phone ringtone. So first of all, enroll settings, then find and select sound and vibration. Here go to ringtone, and now just pick the tune that you want to apply. Then click on OK. And just make sure that it is selected by tapping on OK. That's it. Okay, let me just skip the ad. Let's go back. And as you can see, ringtone is added. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to clear credentials. So first of all, open the settings, then find and select fingerprints, face data and screen lock. Here go a bit lower, enroll privacy, and here locate more security settings. Click to open, and now go to encryption and credentials located at the top of the list. Mark clear credentials and then just confirm by tapping on OK. Draw your unlock pattern if you have one, and as you can see, credential storage has been erased. So that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, and in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to activate developer options. So at first, enroll the settings, then scroll all the way down and mark additional settings, and just take a look. There is no developer panel over here. Now let's go back, go to the top of the list, enter about phone, and here locate OS version. Tap on it 7 times, then draw your unlock pattern, and as you can see, you've just unlocked developer options. So let's go back to additional settings, and now you will be able to find developer panel here. Click to enroll all the options and smoothly use them. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to activate and use camera timer. So first of all, open your camera app, now enroll more options, and here you will notice timer. So just click, then pick the period of time after which you want the photo to be grabbed. It can be 3 seconds, 5 seconds or 10 seconds. You've got 3 options here. Pick the one that you want to apply and just grab a photo with selected delay. You will see the countdown on the screen. Also, if you have your sounds on, you will be able to hear the countdown, and then the photo will be grabbed. To switch the timer off, enroll it again, mark timer and pick off. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to enable Google Backup. So first of all, open the settings, then go to about phone, and now pick backup. Here there's backup and restore, and select backup under Google Backups, and here you can smoothly turn it on by tapping on turn on. Mark data that you wish to backup. In my case, it's both photos and videos along with all other device data. Then just mark confirm, and that's it. Obviously, if you are not logged in with your account yet, you will have to provide email address or phone number along with the password. So that's it. That will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can rename it. Begin by opening Settings and clicking on About Phone at the top. Now select the device name above Storage and type in whatever you want to, like Sunny, When you're ready to save your device's name, click on this check mark at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hello everyone, and in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to change the date and time on this device. So first of all, open the settings, then find and select additional settings. Here go to date and time, and at first you need to switch off automatic setup, so just unmark set time automatically. Then pick date and time manually by yourself. So as you can see from now on, it's up to you what date and time it currently is. This panel also allows you to change the time zone, so just unmark the automatic one and now select it from the list. And that's it. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hello everyone, and in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to check IMEI number assigned to this device. So at first, just open your phone dialer, enroll keypad, and enter code which is *#06#. And here we've got device information with both IMEIs located at the top of the list. Obviously, as you can see, this panel also allows you to check serial number. Tap on OK to exit, and now you can also find it via settings. So let's enroll settings at first. Go to About Phone, scroll down, mark detailed info and specification, and here under status, you will be able to read both IMEIs over here. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can add photos to text message. All you need to do is open Messages app and select or create a chat. Now to add photos, use this photos icon at the bottom right corner, and either use camera section to snap a photo that will be automatically added, or scroll down to pick all of those. When you finished, hit done at the bottom right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to locate serial number assigned to this device. So if you wish to check your serial number, just tap on your phone dialer, and now enroll keypad, provide secret code which is *06#. And here we've got device information with serial number at the bottom. Tap on OK to exit, and now you can also find it via settings. So at first locate and enroll settings, then go to About Phone, scroll down and select detailed info and specification. Here go to status, and now mark model. And as you can see, your serial number is displayed here as well. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can find all typing options. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down to tap on additional settings available here. Now select Languages and Input, Manage Keyboards, and Gboard. Finally, after tapping on Corrections and Suggestions, manage all of those options however you want to, thanks to all of those switches. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can resize font. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to click on Display and Brightness available here. Then scroll again, this time to tap on Font Settings and operate this slider under font size to adjust it. You can check out Preview at the top. So when I go back, as you can see, size of my font has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to reboot POCO M7. Okay, the process is really easy. All we need to do is to launch the power menu first, and we do it by clicking the power key and volume up button at the same time. And now select the reboot function and release your finger. Now your device will be turned off, and after a few seconds it will be automatically turned on again and the phone will be ready to use. Also, I'll tell you that rebooting your device from time to time is good for your device's health, because basically during that process our phone rests. Also, the RAM gets freed up, so it's worth to do from time to time. Also, if you have some issues with your apps, for example, once I had a situation that one of my apps didn't want to launch at all, and that was the moment when I have performed a reboot and everything started working properly. So if you have some issues like that, you can try to reboot your phone and everything should be working okay. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off fast charging. Start by opening Settings and scrolling to click on Battery section available here. Now tap on Charging Options and to enable fast charging, click on Wired Charging Mode and select Speed Up to apply it. So when I do that, as you can see, fast charging is on. To switch it off, click again and this time select Standard. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7 and let me show you how to add a fingerprint to this device. So first of all, enroll the settings, then find and select fingerprints, face data and screen lock and mark fingerprint unlock here. Now draw your unlock pattern if you already have one, and if you don't, you will have to create it. And now it's time to add your fingerprint. As you can see, the sensor is located on your power button, so just grab your phone as you usually do it and keep tapping till your fingerprint is fully added. And as only it is added, you will see the information on your screen marked down, and from now on you can unlock your device with this fingerprint only. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can clean storage. First of all, go into Settings and tap on About Phone available at the top. Now select Storage right under device name and scroll all the way down. When you're ready, click Free Up, wait again, choose Consent and tap on Clean Up at the bottom. So when I do that, as you can see, storage of my POCO was successfully cleaned. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning device, and in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to add photo to contact on this device. So first of all, open your phone gallery, then pick the contact that you want to add this profile picture to, select edit, and now mark add picture. You've got it at the in the middle of the screen. Now you can either open your camera and grab a photo right now, you can choose something from your gallery, from Google Photos, you can create monogram here, or add some illustration. Once you pick some illustration, you will be able to select the preset, then you will be able to rotate it if you want, and then apply it. If you want to pick something from your gallery, just mark gallery and choose the picture that you want to add. You can customize it however you like, and then mark choose. Then click on save to apply it, and that's it. That will be all. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can delete Google search bar from home screen. Begin by holding your search bar and waiting for this pop-up to show. When it does, hit remove and wait. As you can see, after a few seconds, my search bar was successfully deleted. If you want to restore it, pinch your display, hit widgets at the bottom, and then Android widgets over here. Now scroll until you see Google section. Hold search bar widget, place it wherever you want to, and let go. Then hit done at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can edit password in Passwords Manager. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on Google section available here. Now choose All Services. Scroll again and this time click on Autofill with Google. Finally, after selecting Google Password Manager, click on any password you wanna edit. To continue, enter your screen lock and finally hit Edit button to make any changes you wish. When you're done, make sure to click on Save at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can check a password in Passwords Manager. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to click on this section called Google over here. To continue, tap on All Services. Scroll again and then select Autofill with Google. Finally, tap on Google Password Manager and click on any password you wanna check. Enter your current screen lock. Tap on this eye icon and this way make your password visible. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off auto rotation. Begin by going into Tab menu. To do that, swipe down from the top right corner of your screen. Like that. Then hold this line below Brightness slider, drag it down, and look for this shortcut with a padlock called Lock Orientation. Click on it, And if it's blue, that means that auto rotation is off. That's because your screen is currently locked in this orientation. So to enable auto rotate, click on the same shortcut until it's gray. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can delete a password from Passwords Manager. Start by opening Settings and scrolling to click on Google section available here. Now click on All Services. Scroll again and this time tap on Autofill with Google. Now select Google Password Manager and click on any password you wanna get rid of from your manager. After tapping on it, you need to enter your screen lock to confirm it's you. Hit the Delete button and last but not least, confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you where you can locate all your downloads. First of all, you need to find the Google folder available on your POCO. In it, you will find Files app. Click on it. And if you never used it before, select Continue. Then use this switcher next to allow access to manage all files. And finally, click on Downloads category. As you can see, all of my downloaded files are over here. Now to open one, click on it on the left. And to manage one, click on those three dots on the right. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, in front of me is POCO M7 and let me show you how to change wallpaper on this device. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select personalization, and here click on wallpapers. You can go to online wallpapers to pick the one that you want to cover your screen with. You can go with editor's picks, pick some new wallpapers, system wallpapers, and if you'll tap on find more, you will get this online wallpapers here. So let me choose, for example, one from editor's pick, maybe not this one. Let's go with this one. And if you want to cover your screen with this picture, just mark apply, then decide if it's for your lock screen only, just your home screen, or both of them. Let me set it on both. You can turn off wallpaper mix if you currently have it, or you can keep it on. I will keep it on. And that's it. As you can see, it has been already applied. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can change display refresh rate. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on Display and Brightness available here. Now scroll again, this time to click on Refresh Rate. And tap on one of those options to apply the best one for you, Default or Custom. If you decided to select Custom, click on Refresh Rate below it and pick one of those options from the pop-up. If you decided to pick one of the highest refresh rates, you will see this option appear, Apps using high refresh rate. Click on it and click on this switcher next to any app to deny or allow high refresh rate usage. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can change default apps. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on Apps section available here. Now the tricky part. You need to click on those three dots at the top right corner and click on Other Settings in the pop-up. Finally, you can click on Default Apps at the top and manage all of those sections however you want to. Just click on the chosen one, like Browser. Tap on the one you wanna apply as your new default and go back. So when I do that, as you can see, my default app has changed. If you will ever want to reset to default settings, click on this button at the bottom and confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can turn on and use one-handed mode. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down right away. Now tap on Additional Settings and when you're ready, select one-handed mode available here. Finally, click on gray switcher next to one-handed mode to activate it and follow all of those instructions. Turn on one-handed mode by swiping left or right from the center of the navigation panel. So when I do that, one-handed mode is working properly. To go back, you can either swipe up or click on this area at the top. To disable one-handed mode completely, click on the same now blue switcher. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, and in front of me is POCO M7 and let me show you how to add Google account to this device. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select additional settings, scroll down and mark accounts and sync. Here, click on add account and choose Google. Meanwhile, make sure that you're connected to Wi-Fi and at first use pattern or fingerprint to start the process. Now provide your email address or phone number, whatever is connected to your account. Once the address or phone number is entered, select Next and enter your password. As only the password is entered, select Next again. And here mark if you will be using this device or your kiddo. I agree. Accept everything, obviously if you do, and that's it, your account is added, you can smoothly use it. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to restart POCO M7. Alright, we have two methods how we can restart our phone, and I'll show you both methods. And let's begin with the simple reboot through the power menu. And to do it, we of course need to launch the power menu first. We do it by clicking the power key and volume up at the same time, just like that. And now, drag this white ball to the downsides to select the reboot function. Now, if you release your finger, your device will be turned off, and after a few seconds, it will be automatically turned on again, and the phone will be ready to use. That's the first method. Also, I would tell you that rebooting your device from time to time is good for your device's health, because basically during that process, our phone rests for a moment. Also, the RAM gets freed up, so that is why it's worth doing. And now let's go with the second method. It's the forced restart, and it's recommended, for example, when your whole device is lagged or frozen, and basically when you cannot do anything, it's lagged. To perform a forced restart, again, we need to use the power key and volume up, but this time we need to keep holding both buttons until the screen turns off and until it vibrates. Then we can release the fingers. So keep holding both buttons, power and volume up. Keep holding. Okay, and when the phone vibrates, you can release the buttons, and now simply wait until your phone turns on. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off suggestion strip at the top of your keyboard. To enable suggestion strip, begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down. Now choose Additional Settings here and select Languages and Input at the top. Finally, to access keyboard settings, choose Manage Keyboards and then Reboot. Finally, after accessing corrections and suggestions, you can scroll to use this switcher next to suggestion strip. When it's blue, you can go back and check it out. If you wanna switch it off, use the same switcher and wait until it's gray. Quick tip: if you decided you do wanna enable suggestion strip, by clicking on this gear icon, you can enter the same keyboard settings in a matter of seconds. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off autocorrection. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down right away. Now tap on Additional Settings, Languages and Input, Manage Keyboards under Current Keyboard, and finally Reboot. Last but not least, after selecting corrections and suggestions, use this switcher next to autocorrection to turn it off or switch it on. Quick tip: if you decided you do want to use autocorrection, you can tap on it on the left, and this way get access to this option called Undo Autocorrect on Backspace. Personally, I always recommend at least trying it because it's super helpful. And if you won't like it, you already know where to switch it off. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Hi guys, in front of me is POCO M7, and let me show you how to perform a soft reset. So, if you wish to perform a soft reset of this device, all you have to do is to tap on power button along with volume up button. Just tap and hold. Keep holding for around 10 seconds. And once you feel a smooth vibration and see POCO logo, you can remove fingers and wait till your phone is rebooted. Now just mark reboot. and that's it. Just unlock your device and use it smoothly. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off app notifications. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on Notifications and Status Bar. Then click on App Notifications here. And before doing anything, make sure to tap on Sort By at the top. This way you can pick one of those options from the pop-up. Sort by time received, by number of notifications, show apps that can't show notifications, or apps with notifications already blocked. Wherever you decided, when you're ready, use blue switchers next to your apps to block notifications from them. You can click on the same now gray switchers to turn them back on. Quick tip, if you want to, you can also select any app on the left. And not only manage notifications thanks to this switcher at the top, but also check out all of those notifications options for chosen app. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can check all specifications of this device. All you need to do is go into Play Store and download free app from Flare2 Developer, code DevCheck Device and System Info. Not sponsored, by the way. When your app is ready, launch it. And thanks to it, learn all the information about your device's dashboard, hardware, system, battery, network, apps, camera, and even sensors. Quick tip, go into Dashboard section and make sure to click on all of those options here. Not only because once you do, you will get access to all of those informations, but also because by tapping on Settings at the bottom right corner of each pop-up, you will get transferred to this place in your device's settings right away. It also works if you click on gear icons at the top right corners. For example here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off location. First of all, go into Tab menu. To do that, swipe down from the top right corner of your screen. Then hold this line below brightness slider and drag it down. Now look for your location shortcut. If you didn't add it to your current ones, there is a possibility you won't be able to find it. To fix it, hit Edit. Look for it here. And once you do, hold it, drag it to your currently used shortcuts, let go, and hit Done at the bottom right corner. Now click on it. And as you can see, mine turned blue. That means that location is enabled, but you can always disable it by tapping on the same shortcut until it's gray. If you wish, you can also go into Settings, scroll to click on Location section available here, and operate it thanks to this switcher next to Use Location. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can set up face unlock. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on this section called Fingerprint, Face Data and Screen Lock. Now tap on Face Unlock. Wait and then enter your current locking method to continue. Now hit Start, wait 5 seconds to continue and choose Next in Attention pop-up. Keep your face in frame and follow all of the instructions from your screen. Now name your face data however you wish, and when you finished, hit OK. Then Done. Manage all of those options however you want to, but make sure this one is on. Unlock using face data. Without it, you won't be able to use face recognition to unlock your POCO. So when I go back, switch off my screen, turn it back on and look at it, I can see that face unlock is working properly. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can clone apps. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on apps available here. Now choose Dual Apps. Select Create at the bottom and use gray switcher next to any app you wanna clone. You can pick one of those or click on one of from Recommended section and clone it thanks to this switcher next to Dual Apps. In case of recommended apps, you can also adjust those 3 options. Share to Facebook, sign in using Facebook, in my case obviously, and wake using Google Assistant. Click on all of those to pick the best option from the pop-up. Always ask Default app or Dual app. So when I go back to check out my app, I can see that it was successfully cloned. If you wish to delete this clone, use the same blue switcher and confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can add audio or video file to text message. All you need to do is open Messages app and select or create a chat. Now to create an audio file and add it, use this icon at the bottom right corner, create a voice memo, and tap on Attach. Then listen to it over here. If you want to add already existing audio file, use this plus at the bottom left corner, hit Files, and look for yours by clicking on those 3 lines at the top left corner, selecting it from one of those apps, or clicking on Audio at the top to look for it here. Wherever you decided, after you find it, just click on it. Now, to add a video, you can click on this icon of a photo, also at the bottom right corner. Now use camera portion at the top to record your video, and it will be automatically added once you're done. Or scroll down to access all of those photos and videos. Find your video, click on it, and hit Done at the bottom right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can connect it using Bluetooth. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on Bluetooth section available here, right under Wi-Fi. Now make sure it's on by clicking on gray switcher right next to it, and when it turns blue, wait for available devices to show. When they do, tap on the one you want to connect to. Click on this icon next to allow access to your contacts and call history to enable or disable this option, and then select Pair. Now it's time to wait for the other device to accept your connection request, or if you're trying to connect to another smartphone or to a tablet, connect it manually on the second device. Either way, as you can see, mine were successfully connected. To manage this connection, click on tiny icon right next to your connected device. Manage all of those options or select Unpair. You can always connect to it the same way. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can connect it to printer. Start by opening Settings and scrolling to click on more connectivity options available here. Now you need to select Printing. Click on System Printing Service, Xiaomi Home, or any other service you have and wanna use. Don't worry, they all turn on the same way. And wait! Your device is now looking for a printer, and when it finds one, it will connect to it. If you are struggling to connect though, enable Print Service, and when you do, click on this button that appears at the bottom. Choose Add Printer, and if your printer supports Wi-Fi direct printing, use this switcher. Hit Allow for it to work. Click again, tap on Find Wi-Fi direct printers, and let your POCO search for yours. You can also click on this option here, called Add Printer by IP address. Input it here and connect manually by hitting Add. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can set up screen lock. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to click on this section called Fingerprints, Face Data, and Screen Lock. Now it's time to click Screen Lock here and pick one of those login methods: pattern, PIN, or password. After tapping on a chosen one, you need to wait 5 seconds and then hit Got It at the bottom right corner. It's time to create your login method. If you made a mistake, don't worry, hit Clear at the bottom left corner and redo it. When you're done, you need to repeat it to confirm it, and hit Confirm on the right. If you wish to add your fingerprint right away, you can do it now by clicking Add in the pop-up and following all of the instructions from your screen. If you don't, select cancel, and if you wish, you can always do it later by accessing the same settings. Over here. So now when I go back, switch off my screen, turn it back on, and swipe up, icons that pattern is required. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can change font style. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to click on Display and Brightness available here. Now scroll again, but this time select Font. Hit Consent. Select one of those if you want to buy one, or hit More and check out all of those. You can also go back, click on one of those sections, like Selected, and pick a font from here. Wherever you decided, after finding a perfect one, click on it. Let's go with this one. Click on this green button on the right and wait. Then tap on the same one. Wait again, and when you finished, just go back. So when I do that, as you can see, style of my font has changed. If you will ever want to go back to your default font style, you can always go into the same section in Settings. But this time tap on Font Settings under Font section. Now click on Default here and go back. Your changes will be automatically applied. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on and use voice typing. First of all, you need to launch your keyboard and click on the microphone icon at the top right corner. Then tap on while using the app in the pop-up and start typing. As you can see, voice typing is on. If you want to stop, you can pause or use the same microphone. If you don't have microphone icon, all you need to do is click on this gear one, also at the top of your keyboard. Choose voice typing and enable it here. Quick tip, if you decided you don't want to use voice typing, after tapping on your microphone, click on tiny icon that appears right next to it. Then choose Next. Select Done and enjoy using voice typing from this toolbar. To delete text on the go, use this button with an X. To move your toolbar around, hold it, place it wherever you want to, and let go. To manage some available settings, click on those three lines on the left, and to go back to standard keyboard, click on keyboard icon. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on and use keyboard clipboard. Start by launching your keyboard and tapping on clipboard at the top of it. Now use this switcher at the top right corner to activate it, and go back thanks to this arrow at the top left one. Following that, to use clipboard, you need to copy or cut any text, And to paste it instantly, click on it at the top of your keyboard. To paste it later on, select clipboard and tap on your text over here. If you want to paste it after an hour, you need to pin it or it will disappear. To do that, hold it and use pin icon from the pop-up. You can unpin it the same way. If you wish to, you can delete anything from clipboard by swiping it to the left, to the right, or holding it and choosing delete in the pop-up. You can also pin or delete anything thanks to this pen at the top right corner. Just click on it, select anything from clipboard and pick one of those two options at the top right corner. If you want to disable clipboard completely, use the same switcher as before. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can change this device's theme. Start by locating and opening Themes app. Now you can close an ad and then pick any theme you want. In order to do that, click on Home or Categories. Tap on the search bars to type in whatever you want to. Click on one of those options here, or simply scroll down. Either way, after exploring Themes app, click on the best one for you. Tap on Download or Buy it. If you see this pop-up, change your theme to a different one or risk it and hit Got it. Then tap on Customize to exclude some options, for example if you don't want to change your icons, and hit Apply, or choose Apply right away. So when I go back to check my theme, I can see that it was successfully applied. If you wanna go back to your default one, access the same app, but this time, click on this icon, My Account, at the bottom right corner. Now hit Themes at the top, click on POCO or Limitless, and hit Apply. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a WhatsApp backup on POCO M7. Okay, so we need to turn on our WhatsApp. Once we are here, click on those three dots in the top right corner and now open up the settings. Find Chats, scroll down a little and click on Chat Backup. Okay, let's begin with Google account. In here, in my case, currently this Google account is selected, and on that account, in the cloud of it, to be more precise, our backup will be saved and stored. So for example, if you want to restart a backup later in the future, you'll need to be signed in into the exact same Google account that you have picked right now. Of course, you can click on Add Account and then sign in into different Google account. Down below we have the automatic backups. Defaultly this option is turned off. I selected the monthly mode, which means that each month the backup will be automatically made and I don't need to do this manually. Pretty convenient and a comfortable feature, so if you want you can pick between those modes on the screen. I'll stick to the monthly. Let's also include the videos in our backup, make sure that it's enabled. And on the bottom we have end-to-end encrypted backup. Basically, this is an extra security feature. It's not necessary to turn it on, but if you want to, in here you'll be able to create a unique password that you need to type in the future if you want to restore your chats. But be aware that if you create a password and when you forget it, you won't be able to restore anything. Simply your backup will be lost. So if you choose to create it, don't forget it. But just like I'm saying, it's not necessary. Also, you need to have some free Google storage space right in here. If you don't have enough, you'll have to click on that and then click on clear space or get storage. And now to create a backup, hit this green button. The process will begin. In my case, it will take like 10 seconds because I don't have many messages. In your case, it may take a little bit longer. Okay, it's finished. Let's take a look on the last backup. We have the current hour. We can compare them, so it means that everything went successfully. Also down below, we can take a look on the size of the backup. Alright, now that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can operate apps permissions. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to click on this section called Privacy Protection. Then choose All Permissions here. Scroll again and pick any feature you wanna manage. Let's go with Camera. After selecting one of those, you will see all of those categories. In case of Camera, allowed all the time, allowed only while in use, or not allowed. Let's go with AliExpress from not allowed one. After tapping on it, you need to apply one of those options. In this case, camera access for this app, allow only while using the app, ask every time, or don't allow. I want to select this one, so when I tap and go back to check it out, I can see that AliExpress gained access to my camera if I'm using this app. But what most people miss is that you can pick any feature. Find an app you wanna manage instead. Like, let's go into Location, to manage from, and instead of selecting any of those options, scroll all the way down to tap on this tiny text, See All Permissions. This way, you can manage all of those, only for chosen app, the same way. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can add emergency numbers. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to click on this section called Safety and Emergency. Then tap on Emergency Contacts, and before doing anything, click on Change Settings at the bottom. Then make sure this switcher next to Show Unlocked is blue. Without it, your contacts won't be accessible from locked screen. When you're sure it's enabled, you can go back and tap on Add Contact to click on the one you wanna set up. Then do exactly the same with all the other ones you need. If you wish to manage your contact list, click on those dots next to the chosen one and select one of those options from the pop-up. Move up, move down, or remove. If you decided to remove any of them, you need to confirm your choice by clicking Remove over here. So now when I go back to check it out, switch off my screen, turn it back on and swipe up. Sorry, misclick. I can tap on Emergency at the bottom left corner. Then operate this blue button by holding and swiping it to the right, and see that my contacts were successfully added. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to restore WhatsApp backup on POCO M7. Okay, before we launch our WhatsApp, we need to open up the settings and we need to make sure that when we scroll down, when we click on the Google, that we are signed in into the exact same Google account that we have selected before when we were creating a backup. It is really important because if you'll be signed in into wrong account, you won't have possibility to restore your chats. So now, once we know that, open up your WhatsApp, select your language, click on Agree and Continue. You can click on Allow to send the notifications, and now in that place we need to type our phone number. You can always click on What's my number, Continue, Allow, and your phone number will be automatically copied. Then click on Next. Click on Yes. Now we need to wait a little bit. We also have to verify our phone number. We have a few methods how we can do it. We have the code from the SMS message, the missed call function, and something else, the voice call. Oh, actually, on the POCO we don't have the missed call, weird thing. So now I'll have to wait a little bit, and I'll use the, okay, actually the SMS code finally has been sent. Okay, now we have the contacts and media. Click on Continue, click on Allow, Allow, and Allow All. And now select Restore from Backup and click on Continue. Don't click on Skip, because if you skip that, you won't have a possibility to restore your chats later, so that's the only moment when we can do it. In my case, it won't take long, the restoring process, because I don't have many messages. If it's restored, click on Next. In here you can type your name and also change the profile photo. Then click on Next. And now we are ready to use our WhatsApp. Also, I will show that everything has been successfully restored. We have our videos, photos, and of course, normal messages. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can change and customize your keyboard theme. Start by launching your keyboard and tapping on this icon of a color palette at the top of it. Then scroll and use those icons at the top right corners of those sections to see all available themes. When you find the best one for you, just click on it. Manage key borders thanks to this switcher. And last but not least, click Apply. So when I do that, as you can see, theme of my keyboard has changed. If you wanna customize it though, go back to the same section in Settings, and this time use plus icon under my themes. Now tap on a photo you wanna apply as your new keyboard's background. Pinch it to scale, drag it to move, and select Next. Adjust brightness by swiping left or right. Hit Done. Manage key borders, and tap on Apply. If you'll ever want to delete or edit any of your custom themes, after going back to the same section in Settings once again, you can click on it under My Themes and use this pen to make any changes, or this pin icon to get rid of any theme. If you want to delete one of the downloaded ones, just delete it and then scroll to get it again. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a POCO M7, and today I will show you how you can put this device into recovery mode. So, to get started, you will want to hold the power button and volume up at the same time, which brings up your boot options, and from here, swipe up to turn off your device. Give it a moment, and after a moment we're going to hold again power button and volume up, though this time around we're going to hold it for a bit longer. So first we're looking for the POCO logo to show up on the screen, and when it does, you want to let go of the power button but keep holding volume up. Now, when you see the recovery mode like this one, you can let go of the volume up, obviously. And to navigate through these options, you will need to use volume buttons. Volume up will navigate up, and down will obviously navigate down. So just to demonstrate it, there we go. And power button will be used to confirm whatever is selected. So in here, we get things like Reboot, which takes us back to Android. Wipe data, which consists of just a factory reset, just to show you. So wipe all data. Next, we have Connect with Mi Assistant, which is a program for a PC, and Repair mode. Now, anyway, I'm going to stick with the first option. I'm going to confirm Reboot to System. And like I mentioned, this will bring me back to Android. And as you can see, we're back in Android. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a POCO M7, and today I will show you how you can insert SIM and SD card into this device. Yeah, sorry, I was a sneeze right where I started recording. Great. Okay, disregard that. And anyway, to get started, you will need to grab a SIM ejector, similar to this one. It should come provided with the device and the box. Typically, it might not look as fancy as this one. Let's see if I have one that I can show you how it will more likely look like, and will look like something like this. It's an ugly-ass piece of metal. So you would be looking for that, and if you can't find it either one of those kind of things, you can use paper clip, straighten out one of the ends, and as long as it doesn't have that plastic wrap around it, it should work just as well as a normal tool designed to actually pop out the tray. So when you have at least one of those, you can pop out the tray, which is located at the top left side of the device, and you will need to take off the case of your device if you have one on. So finding the little insert area, you want to push the pin in. And you can see that when you do, the tray pops out enough for you to pull it out. Now on the tray, you have space for either 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM and 1 SD card. I'm going to be using one of each. So now I do want to point out one thing. If you're planning to use dual SIM, you would place one of your SIM cards like so. So it's sideways on the SD tray. But because I'm planning to do one of each, I'm going to move it over to its dedicated spot, and the card also to its spot. There we go. So, and now we can insert it to our device. Now you want to be careful about it. There's nothing holding these cards in place, so they could come loose. If the tray isn't going back into your device relatively easily, don't try to cram it in there. Make sure that cards are still on the tray correctly. Now once you insert these cards, they should, there we go, start working right away. So I'm going to confirm my SIM card pin, which will unlock the device, and I can already see, or sorry, not the device, but the SIM card, and you can already see the notification for the SD card that it's being detected. So yeah, that's all we need to do. So anyway, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello, in this video I want to show you how to reset POCO M7. Alright, we have 2 methods how we can reset our phone, and of course I'll show you both methods. First, and the recommended method, is reset through the settings. To do it, open them up. Now scroll down, don't scroll down, click on About Phone. In here find Factory Reset. And now, if you click on Erase All Data, your device will be turned off. And after a few seconds, it will be automatically turned on again. And you will have to go through the setup process. Of course, remember that everything will be erased from your device. So for example, before the reset, you can create a backup of your data, so you'll be able to restore it later in the future. And if you don't know how to create a backup, on our channel there's a video and I'm showing you all possible backup methods on this device. So if you want, you can watch it. And that's the first method. The second method is our reset. through the recovery mode. But when it comes to this method, we need to remember about two things. First thing is that if you have your screen lock set, and also if you're signed in into Google account, you may have to type that screen lock during the setup process later, or you'll have to sign in into the Google account into which you were logged in before the reset. So have that in mind. So now, of course, for example, before the reset through the recovery mode, you can turn off your screen lock and also log out from your Google account if you want to avoid that. And now, to do it, we need to power off our device, click power key and volume up, and select power off. Boom. And now, to enter recovery mode, we need to hold the power key and volume up at the same time until we see the POCO logo. When it appears, release the finger from power key, but keep holding volume up. So, power and volume up, keep holding. Now release the finger from power key, but keep holding volume up. Okay, now using volume keys, select wipe data, confirm by clicking the power key, wipe data, confirm. The process has started, so now we need to wait. It won't take long. Okay, data wiped successfully. Confirm, select reboot, confirm, reboot the system, and now we just need to simply wait until our phone turns on, and then we'll have to go through the setup process. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
In front of me is POCO M7, and today I would like to show you how you can set up an alarm clock. Begin by launching Clock app that's already on your device, and then clicking on Alarm section at the bottom left corner. Now to create a new one, use this plus at the bottom right one, and manage it however you want to. At the top, set up an hour. Then click on Repeat and pick one of those options. Once, Daily, Monday to Friday, Shift Alarms. You can adjust each one here. Or Customize. Over here, click on Days of the week you wanna apply and go back. When you're ready, click on Ringtone. Tap on any of those melodies here, select pre-installed or local ringtone, and tap on Apply next to the chosen one. Then choose OK to confirm your choice. You need to also tap on Allow for it to work. Now use this plus at the bottom right corner, and if you want to pick a song from your device instead, pick one of those sound sources, click on Agree, tap on Allow, Allow All, and click on a song you wanna apply. Make sure to tap on Apply next to it over here, and hit OK. Now tap on Allow one last time, and use this switcher next to Vibrate when alarm sounds to turn it off or switch it on. Then hit Label to name it. And finally, to save it, use this checkmark at the top right corner. You can always edit it by clicking on it, making all changes you want. For example, I will change to the Shift Alarms. And then pick a different hour. You need to make sure to click on the checkmark at the top right corner over here to save your changes. Now to turn on or off your alarm, use the switcher next to it and pick one of those options from the pop-up. To get rid of it though, you need to hold it and tap on Delete at the bottom. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is POCO M7 and today I would like to show you how you can set up app lock. Start by opening Settings and scrolling to click on Apps. Now click on App Lock on the left. And to continue, hit Password Type. Then you need to decide if you want to use your privacy protection password or screen lock. If you decided to use screen lock, you will need to enter it after hitting Turn On. If you decided to use a different password, you need to create it. To do it, click on Privacy Protection Password, choose Turn On, then read the disclaimer and hit Setup. Now you need to click on Other Password if you don't want to use 6-digit PIN and pick one of those: Custom PIN, Password, or Pattern. Let's go with Pattern. Create your privacy password. If you made a mistake, don't worry, just hit Draw Again at the bottom left corner and create it correctly. When you're sure this is the one you want to use to your apps, you need to enter it again and then hit OK at the bottom right corner. Finally, if you want to add your Xiaomi account, hit Add right away. If you don't, or you want to do it later, click on Not Now. And wherever you decided, if you wish to lock all of those apps, hit Use App Lock right away. If you don't, you need to click on all of those, check for 0 over here, and then click on Use App Lock. Finally, to lock an app, use gray switcher next to it and go back to check it out. So when I click on my Amazon I just locked, I can see that pattern is required. To disable app lock from any app, go into the same section in Settings, so Apps, then App Lock, and here enter your privacy password. Use blue switcher next to your app and wait. If you want to manage app lock, click on this gear at the top right corner. Check out all of those available options, and to disable it, use blue switcher next to app lock feature. Then hit OK in the pop-up to delete it. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi POCO M7, and today I'll show you how you can enable power saving mode on this device. Okay, so to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen like so. Do that once more to extend the list of visible toggles, which should by default reveal the battery saver right over here. Now, if you don't see it on either of the pages, you can actually add it on the last page of the toggles. The last toggle, you will have Edit. You can click on it and find the area that is just this kind of darker shade of gray. These are all the toggles that you can add additionally. So once you find whatever toggle you want to add, I will be adding this one right here, Ultra Battery Saver, as this is another battery saver that I will be talking about. So I'm going to hold it. You can see I can now drag it around, drop it above here, click on Done, and this toggle now stays added. So first thing, battery saver. Once you see it here, you can simply tap on it and you're good to go. Turn on when device is 50%. Okay, so we have the option enabled by default, which turns this off when you start charging it and the battery reaches 50% or more. Now, anyway, you can also hold this toggle, and this will take you to the settings, allowing you to turn that option off, as well as give you the option to turn it on as a schedule. So you can have specific time schedule where the battery saver will automatically on its own turn on. So that's pretty nice. And we also have the option to not wake the screen for notifications when the battery saver is enabled. Now, one last thing is turn off when charged. Wait. Oh, okay, this is for ultra battery saver. So we have the same two options twice, but this is for ultra power saver. This is just for the normal battery saver. So anyway, let's now actually take a look at the ultra power saver. Now that one will be giving you better battery life, but it will also limit how the device can be used. Now you can see that this mode basically tries to prioritize battery life, as it's telling us that we're going to get 100 and almost 18 hours of battery life with this. So that's literally like several days of battery. But you can see brightness fell off the cliff. We lost wallpaper. We only have a couple applications visible. Notification also pretty limited in terms of what's visible in here. And yeah, it just tries to preserve battery life. I can barely see it right here, but it tells us our remaining battery life, which is 17 hours and 48 minutes. Now to leave this mode, you'd click right here. We have the exit button. Click on it. Will automatically just go back to the normal mode. And yeah, that mode is great if you're in a pinch. You know that you won't be able to charge your device for some time, and your device isn't fully charged. Pop it into the ultra power saving mode and you're good to go probably for the rest of the day. Considering right now with 99% battery, so let's just say fully charged, we are getting 118 hours of battery life basically. So that is an insane battery life in general. And that still gets you like what, over 25 hours, closer to like probably 30 hours when you have just 25% battery left. So yeah, it's going to get you through probably whatever need you have for it. And for other cases where you just need it for a little bit, just so your device doesn't die on you, while you know that you, for instance, get back home in an hour or so, you can utilize the normal battery saver. For the ones where you leave your home and you forgot to charge your device and it's at 10%, that's what you want to enable the ultra battery saver for. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you all backup methods on POCO M7. Alright, we need to open up the settings. Now click on About Phone, scroll down a little, click on Backup and Restore, and in here we have all possible backup methods. Mobile device, computer, Xiaomi Cloud, and the Google backup. Let's begin with mobile device. And when it comes to this method of the backup, we need to remember that when we perform a factory reset, we will also lose the backup because this backup will be stored in the internal storage. So have that in mind. In here, click on Agree. Now select what you want to backup. In my case, I want only the system app data. And now click on Backup to start the process. Okay. We need to wait until it's finished. It shouldn't take long in my case because I'm backupping only a few things. Okay, click on Finish. And now our backup has been successfully created. In here we can also restore it. Now I'll show you how you can use the Xiaomi Cloud. When it comes to the computer, I'll show you how to use it as a last method, because basically the computer method is copying the backup from the internal storage into our computer, the folder. So I'll show you that later. Now let's go with the Xiaomi Cloud. If you want to use that feature, this method, you'll have to be signed in into your Xiaomi account. If you don't have an account, you'll have to create it. It's completely for free. And now, you need to make sure that you have some free storage space in your cloud. Then click the backups, click on Backup Now, and the process has started. This will take from 5 to 10 minutes. Of course, everything depends how many data you are backupping. Oh, actually, in my case, it will take like 10 seconds. So I'm not going to speed up the video even. So let's wait until it's finished. We're almost done, 90%. Okay, done. And now our backup has been successfully created. If you want to restore it later in the future, you'll have to be signed in into the Xiaomi Cloud, using the same account, of course. Now we have the Google backup. In here, we have the backup details down below. We need to make sure that photos and videos and also other device data are enabled. To check it, tap on them. The backup needs to be turned on, right in here above. Same thing with other device data. It needs to be turned on right in here. If you want to use that feature, of course, you have to be signed in into your Google account. In here, you can you'll be able to check into which Google account you're currently signed in. And just like with Xiaomi Cloud, if you want to restart the backup later, you'll have to be signed in into the exact same Google account. So don't forget the account and password to it. Now to create a backup, everything needs to be enabled, and I'll click on backup now to start the process. In here, a small circle will appear at any second. Okay, here it is. And it's going to slowly fulfill. Basically, when it disappears, it means that our backup has been successfully created. We'll also see a notification on the bottom of the screen if everything goes fine. So I'll see you in a second once the backup is created. Okay, the process has finished. You could see for a second that in here there was some information that the backup has been created. In here on the other device data, we can also see that it has been created 0 minutes ago. And now I'll show you the computer method in here. If you want to use that, you'll have to first create the mobile device backup that I was showing you as the first method. And now we need to turn on our computer, so I'll show you the further steps right now. We need to connect our phone into our computer using the USB-C cable. Okay, now open up the File Explorer. In here, find your POCO, open it up, open the folder, but before, open up the notification bar, click on charging this device via USB, and select File Transfer Android Auto. Then open up the POCO. Now we have the internal shared storage. Open it up. Now find My UI, Backup, All Backup, and in here we have the folder with our backup. So we just need to copy it into the desktop, for example, and now our backup is stored on our computer. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Welcome. In front of me is a POCO M7, and today I will show you how you can enable and set up your Do Not Disturb mode. Okay, so to get started, we will want to swipe down from the top of our screen, straight again, there we go, like so, and swipe down again to extend the list of visible toggles. Now, one of those toggles should be the Do Not Disturb mode, assuming it's added by default, so let me quickly look for it and not find it. Okay, so if on your end you can't find your Do Not Disturb mode, which I think it should be added by default, but assuming you can't find it like me, you would go to the last page and the last toggle will be Edit. Click on it, and then somewhere here in this grayer area, you will find all the toggles that are just kind of hidden away from that initial list. And obviously we're looking for the Do Not Disturb mode, so let's find it. There we go, it's right here. Now it's labeled as DND, short for Do Not Disturb mode. And once you see it, you're going to hold it. You can see it lifts up, and I can now drag it around, and all I want to do is drag it to the top right here, click on Done, and it's now added. Now once you see it in this list, first time around I recommend holding it, and this will quickly take you to the settings. Now it looks like we don't have too many options in here, but I still want to talk about them just so you can customize it just a little bit. So first, just toggle on and off. Now second option is only when device is locked, so meaning when you enable this mode and this toggle, this mode will only run when you're not using the device. While you're holding it in your hand and just, I don't know, scrolling through YouTube or whatever the hell you're doing, the mode will basically act as it's off. Next we have notify about calls. So you can select who can basically reach you, or who you will be notified that is trying to reach you. And the options are everyone, contacts, favorites, or no one. And additionally, you have the option right here, notify about repeated calls. And this means that if someone calls you twice within a 15-minute period, the second time they call you in that time frame, you will be notified about it. So this option, once enabled, completely bypasses whatever you have selected right here. And the last thing is the schedule turn on time. So here you can create schedules. And so once you select some, I'm going to create one, just make something like so. There we go. Just a single minute every single day. Once you create this, as you can see, it automatically becomes enabled, and this would mean that the hotspot would turn itself, not hotspot, do not disturb mode would turn itself on at 3 a.m. every single day and turn itself off 1 minute later. And this is just a fully automatic schedule, so I don't need to do anything, and the device will do everything for me. Now, there's actually a reason why I selected a kind of weird schedule like this one, which is just for a single minute somewhere in the middle of the night, where you usually don't need not disturb mode, and that is because of the fact that when you turn on your do not disturb mode, like so, there is nothing here to specify when it's going to turn itself off. So you will need to remember to turn it off. And if you forget about it, well, it's just gonna run there in the background till you remember. So selecting a schedule like I did right here basically is a precaution in case you forget to turn it off. And in this case, with this setup, it is going to run till basically 3 a.m. At 3 a.m. the device with the schedule will try to turn it on, but the mode is already on, so it's not really going to do anything. But a minute later, because the mode is enabled, it's going to turn it off. So it just gives you this peace of mind that the not disturb mode might run for a bit longer than you probably intended, but at least next day it's going to be again off. So that's kind of what I'm going to leave here. Typically, other devices do have a specific option to define how long the mode will run or what happens when you tap on this toggle manually, but here we don't have such a thing, so this is just a workaround. And you can have multiple schedules, so you can have this one enabled that I do set up here, and you can then add normal schedules that you do want to use, for instance, on a regular basis at specific times, and they won't be conflicting with each other. So again, this is just in case you want to use it manually. And for that, using manually option, whenever you want to enable it, just find the toggle like you seen me do before, tap on it, and you're good to go. It tells you that it's right now on, and that's about it. And to turn it off, all you would need to do is just find this toggle once more, tap on it once again, and it's now disabled. All in the case, like it said for me, I can just wait till 3 a.m. or 3:01, and it's going to turn itself off. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a POCO M7, and today I will show you how you can enable and set up your portable hotspot. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen, and then swipe down once again to extend the list of visible toggles. This should hopefully reveal your hotspot toggle. Now let's see if I can find it. I actually don't see it on any of the pages. So if you, just like me, can't see the hotspot toggle anywhere here, you can go to the last page and select Edit. And here, by scrolling down into this darker area, you should be able to locate the hotspot somewhere. The heck is it? Oh, there we go, it's right here. So anyway, once you see this toggle, hold it, and well, if I can actually hold the correct one, there we go. You can see now we can move it around, and we can drag it to the top, click on Done, and we're good to go. So from here, once it's added, depending on where you dropped it, it might be on either page. But once you find it in this list, hold it again, and this will quickly take you to the settings. Now, the reason we want to navigate into the settings is because under the Setup Portable Hotspot, you'll be able to see the password. Now that password is randomly generated, not very fun, and once you're here, I just straight up recommend getting rid of it and then setting up your own new password. So I'm going to get rid of it fully and choose my password. It will need to have at least 8 characters in length. That can be letters, numbers, whatever you want. I chose just letters for the simplicity of it. Now once you set the password, you can click on a check mark to automatically save it. We're going to go back here again just so we can go into a couple other options. So we have the SSID, which is just a complicated way of saying your hotspot's name. And then we have security, which I recommend keeping as it is. That ensures that you actually have a password on it, so not everyone can connect to it. Device information, keep it as it is. And hide SSID, I also don't recommend it. This basically prevents the hotspot from showing up in the Wi-Fi list at all. So you need to enter it manually by providing the correct name and password. So anyway, moving on, we have additional options in here. So we have things like turn off hotspot automatically. So turn off hotspot automatically when no devices are connected. Now this is enabled by default, and this option here is actually the good one. There are some devices that do a timer of inactivity. The basically no device connected is much better, as you first need to disconnect from your hotspot for the timer to tick in and turn off your hotspot. So this is much better. And I personally do use this just because once I enable hotspot, I usually don't think about turning it off. I'm just done using it, so I move on. And this makes sure that you're not wasting your phone's battery, as hotspot, when it's enabled, will consume more of your phone's battery. So it's a great option to prevent needless battery drainage. Now I'm looking for a last option, but it looks like there isn't one associated with the AP band right here. So that's a bit odd. Yep, there is no AP band by the looks of it. But one last thing that I do want to talk about is the, I'm not sure why is it named one-time data limit, but it's basically a data limit. Now, for some reason I need to, I think you first need to, let me quickly double check. No, it doesn't do that. So I'm not sure why I need to turn off the damn Wi-Fi to set this up. But in any case, you can see we can set that up. Now this could potentially maybe impact also the Wi-Fi, though I'm not sure why it would. But in any case, the idea here is if you have some kind of crappy service plan where you have a limited amount of gigabytes on your device, I would potentially recommend setting that up, especially if your provider is the scumbaggy one that basically allows you to go over your limit and then overcharges the living shit out of you for that. In this case, definitely do set that up so you don't go over it and get billed extra. Now, this basically would refer to your mobile network, how much gigabytes your mobile network provides, and because hotspot is running off of your mobile network. So in here, choose whatever you want. You have a couple of presets already, 50, 100, 150, 200, and custom, which you can then just select how much you want data. And you also have the option to notify you when you're kind of reaching it, or turn off and notify, or only notify. So you have two options for this. If you, like I said, have a limit, I probably recommend the turn off option. Anyway, once everything in here is set up, you can just close this up and you don't ever have to go back there again. And then find the toggle and simply tap on it to toggle it on. Now, once you're done with it, you can also tap on it again to turn it off, or like you've seen before, how it's set for me, after a couple minutes, it would actually turn itself off just because I have that no devices connected kind of timer. So, and one last thing that I want to check just to be double sure, if I turn on hotspot, it actually allows to use both of them, surprisingly enough. So I have hotspot and Wi-Fi enabled. Now the reason I'm checking that out is because some devices, lower end ones, such as this one usually, only have limited amount of antennas that would allow the device to use either hotspot or Wi-Fi, as it's using the same antennas for both, but it can't do two at the same time, so it only does one. So it will turn off, for instance, Wi-Fi when you're trying to use hotspot, and the moment you turn off hotspot, Wi-Fi becomes re-enabled automatically. But here, you don't need to worry about that. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a POCO M7, and today I will show you how you can capture a screenshot on this device. So, to get started, you will want to open up the content that you wish to capture, which for me, as an example, I'll be using home screen that is already visible. Now, just make sure that whatever you want to capture is visible on your screen, and once it is, you will need to press the power button and volume down at the same time. So, like so. Hold them for a couple seconds till you get this pop-up, and as you can see, it disappears on its own after a moment. Now we have another way of capturing a screenshot with a 3-finger swipe down like I just did. So same thing, you can see it captures the same screenshot. And you can use either the power button, volume down, or the 3-finger swipe down anywhere and capture a screenshot, but there is a little bit of a limitation. There are certain applications that block the ability of basically for the phone to be able to see the screen, if that makes sense. I think the official name or something along those lines is screen pinning. So in this case, such an application that does this, when trying to capture a screenshot of such an application, will result in either just the screenshot being completely blocked or presenting you with a black screenshot that nothing on it is visible. So we have this garbage right here. Let me just turn on Wi-Fi so I can enable this piece of shit. Come on. Oh, for God's sake, just turn on. There we go. Now, I do want to point out a couple important things, as I do find this important. I am not signed into this application. I have not downloaded this application. I don't even own a Netflix account. Therefore, I have never agreed to terms of service or use or anything along those lines. I have never agreed to anything associated with Netflix. So, with that in mind, this dog shit should not have any control over my device. It never asked for any permission, and I never gave it any. Oh, would you look at that? I can't capture a screenshot in any way. Oh, look at that, we get it. Can't take a screenshot of this page. Wow. And why is that, you absolute apparent garbage-ass trash? It's a little bit late with these pop-ups, but it's basically responding to me trying to capture them. So, this application is blocking screen pinning, like I mentioned. And this feature of blocking screen pinning is usually done, and I'm saying usually as a highlight here, to protect the privacy and security of the user. Do you feel protected and secure? I sure as shit don't, because some absolute piece of shit app is basically deciding how I can use my device that I paid money for. Now, because of me finding this absolutely overreach of corporate cuckery right here, I'm going to show you ways how you can capture, I don't know, maybe a screenshot of a show that you're watching, just because you might want to share it, which you should be totally in your right to do so, as you're paying for this piece of shit, right? So let's go into other options that will allow you to do this. So we're going to open up something like a browser. Continue without. And we're going to navigate to something like pstream.mov. There we go. And this is one of the things that I use. I will be completely straightforward right here and mention that this uses some kind of plugin to actually work, let's call it almost at all. And without that plugin, it's a little bit iffy if it's going to work or not, if it's going to load your show or not. So I would recommend probably getting this plugin if you're planning to use this, as it is completely free and has every show from every platform and every movie. But I also want to point out, I am in no way affiliated with this. I just basically use this myself sometimes. And additionally, I have no actual idea what this plugin actually does. So, you know, be safe. Obviously, this is kind of content that is from the seas right here. So I have no clue what this site is tracking, what it's trying to gain, or anything along those lines. So be mindful of that. But hey, guess what? I can capture a screenshot in here without being blocked. What a glorious thing. Now, to explain this feature, like I mentioned, it's used to basically provide you privacy and security, and where it's being used correctly would be things like your bank application. When you're opening up your bank and you need to type in your PIN, if you would have some kind of malware that is trying to see that PIN when it's being typed in through screen pinning, obviously you could imagine how that would be detrimental to your security of your bank. And because of that, banks block this. So such a malware can't see anything other than just black screen. And in this case, this is done for your security and privacy, and it's good. Netflix, Spotify, and all the other garbage streaming services, yeah, they don't give a shit about your privacy or security. They never did. So that's why I'm kind of showing you a workaround to do this, if you want to capture some kind of screenshot in there. So once you capture any kind of screenshot, you can find all of them by going into your gallery application. Now we also have photos in here, application, if you want to use that. I'll be sticking with gallery as I find it to be a little bit better on the Xiaomi devices. We're going to allow all, and you can see it loads up all the info right here. So this is where you can find your screenshots, but this is the main tab where you have all your media on the device. That would be your photos, videos, screenshots, screen recordings, downloaded memes, and all the other crap that you would have here. That's going to be in this single page. So I find it that it's much better to navigate to the second tab right here. And in this tab, you will find album called Screenshots and Screen Recordings. And this is just a great place where you can find both your screenshots and screen recordings. And they're divided with a tab. So you have screenshots, screen recordings. You can choose whichever one you want and see only those, making it much easier to find whatever kind of content you would be looking for. And you can see that here are all the screenshots that I have captured. So there we go. Now, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a POCO M7, and today I will show you how you can hard reset this device through recovery mode. So, before we get started, I do want to quickly mention several different things. So, number one, you can do this kind of reset in order to get rid of a screen lock if you have one set that you just don't know. Now, by doing so, you will also lose your data, as if you can't unlock your device, you can't really back it up. But if you can unlock it, you can back up your device, which would be another important thing, which you can do. Which I'm going to go a little bit more in depth after a moment, but I do want to mention one more thing. If you're going to be doing this reset in order to get rid of a screen lock, if this device right now before the reset has a Google account signed in and a screen lock of any sorts, and you do this reset, the device becomes FRP locked. And what that means is when the reset is finished, the phone, while you're going through the setup process, will force you to, number one, connect to Wi-Fi network. And then once you do, it's going to force you to verify the previous kind of biometrics that were here, or either the Google account or the screen lock. And if you can't do one of those, you won't be able to finish up the setup. So you need to just provide at least one. That's all you need to do. But if you can't, you're kind of stuck in the setup stage and you can never finish up the setup. Now, truth be told, usually those like GSM stores that sell used devices, they tend to offer services of like unlocking the device and removing this protection for some kind of small fee. Previously, this could have been done at home for free without any kind of tools, but Google did kind of patch up all the vulnerabilities, so I no longer know any kind of methods of doing this at home without anything, just, with maybe just a computer like I used to do. So, pointing that out. Now, for backing up your device, you would just go into your settings, and from here you would navigate to About Phone and Backup and Restore. And here we have several different ways of backing up our device. So we have one from Google and one from Xiaomi as a cloud. I don't recommend either one of those. Google and Xiaomi, I think, will work about the same in terms of backing up your device. Xiaomi might be a little bit better with backing up your apps, but I have never tested it out, so I can't really vouch for it. But Google, on the other hand side, is absolutely awful. So just to give you a heads up, Google will be the most kind of easy to do and the most versatile, because you can restore this data on any other device just by signing into your Google account. But it's limited in what it actually uploads or backs up. So for instance, it will back up, no problem, things like your messages, call logs, contacts, photos, only up to 15 gigabytes, as that's the cloud storage for your Google Photos, right? So anything above that, that gets left behind, and you can do it yourself. Applications, it doesn't actually back them up. It just gives the backup a cliff note, like a little post-it that it needs to download these applications that were on this device when you were backing it up. It needs to re-download them from Play Store. Now, if an application is outside of Play Store, Google's approach is not our circus, not our monkeys. And furthermore, even if it is their circus and their monkeys, if a developer of application or Google themselves decided to remove this application from Play Store, well, that's a nice backup you had, but this application is lost to you, even though it's physically was on the device, which you created the backup of. But if the application is gone from Play Store, it no longer has any place to pull that application from. So, like I said, it's a very stupid backup system. Now, the two options that are great right here will be the mobile device and computer. They're both using Xiaomi's proprietary software that, for backup or migration. But they're both going to be absolutely fantastic in terms of that. So if you're backing up this device because resetting it because you maybe got a new one, then by all means use this. The application or the process that is going to be used, for instance, this is going to be using the Mi Mover application, I believe, at least. Not really mentioning. Or not. Copy backup to your computer to avoid losing, or just creates a file, I think, on your device. Okay, so this is a little bit different. So you can do it either this way or the computer. Both of them will basically create a backup. Now, I have never tested these out myself, so I don't know if they won't be limiting you to Xiaomi devices themselves, right, to restore this data. So something that I would recommend checking out, you would obviously, the fastest way to do this would be to, for instance, go into things like one of these, deselect every single application and select just one. There we go. So it's going to be an absolutely tiny little backup, very fast one. And then, I don't know, grab another phone that isn't Xiaomi and see if you can restore it. And that would answer your question here. But alternatively, the option that I would probably recommend most, which is a little bit less, will be the best one if you're switching from this device to a new one, would be to use the Mi Mover. Now, this one will apply if your new device is going to be Xiaomi. And you can also use this kind of, this method, let's call it this way, to create a backup, like a long-term one, to your old device. So if you have like an old device that's just lying around, you can migrate all the data to that old device and just have it laying around, keeping that data and just waiting till you need it, right? So kind of like a backup, but stored on a phone that is accessible to you at any point without needing to restore it. So that would be the better option. And obviously, if you're moving to a new device, then I highly recommend using the either Mi Mover if you're using Xiaomi. If you're not using Xiaomi and your new device is some other brand, find what that brand's application is. Most companies, at least the more well-known ones, have their own app. As an example, Samsung that I have right here uses Smart Switch. Things like Oppo, Realme, Vivo, and OnePlus, all four, as they are one big parent company, all use the same app called Clone Phone. Huawei's, on the other hand side, use Phone Clone, the other way around. And obviously, Xiaomi's here use Mi Mover. So these are some of the options that you can utilize to do this. And you will need to download the application on your old device of the new devices, right? So if, for instance, like your new device, like I said, is Samsung, you download the smart switch on this phone, open that up instead of the Mi Mover, and it would look about the same. You just select that this is an old device, connect them, and off you go, copying over all your data. So this one will be the best kind of option, the fastest one, and the most reliable, along with giving you the most options in what you will be backing up. So that's why I recommend it. Now, with all that long-winded explanation, let's move on to actually resetting the device. So I'm going to start off with this from the lock screen, as though I don't know my pattern, which I do have one set. So first thing we're going to do is hold power button, volume up, which brings up boot options, and here just swipe up to turn off your device. Give it a moment, and then you want to hold power down, power and volume up. In a moment, you should see the POCO logo. When you do, let go of the power button, but keep holding volume up. And this will take us to the recovery mode. Once you have this visible, you can let go of the volume up. And next, to navigate in this menu, we will need to use volume buttons. So volume up will go up and volume down will navigate down. With that in mind, let's select wipe data, which is the second option, and then confirm it using the power button. And again, select wipe all data and select confirm. This only gets, like, I believe 5 or 7%, something along those lines. Okay, maybe a little bit more. I know for a fact that it doesn't get to 100. There we go. As you can see, I think it got to like 12%, and it's now finished. So we're going to click on confirm the back to main menu. Now we're going to press power button to confirm the reboot to system. This will now reboot the device, continue resetting it in the background, which will take it about 2 minutes or so to finish up. And when it's finished, we will be presented with the Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished and you can set up your device however you like. Now, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a POCO M7, and today I'll show you how you can hard reset this device through settings. So, to get started, you will want to open up your settings, and in here we'll navigate the first option, which is About phone. And at the bottom, you'll find factory reset as an option. Now, before I get to actually resetting the device, I do want to go over backing up your device. So this will probably take me about a couple of minutes to explain it. So if you're not interested in backing up your device, then by all means, skip forward. But for people that are, obviously, by factory resetting your device, you will lose all of your data that is being stored on your phone right now, which would include your contact messages and applications, photos, videos, and so on. So basically anything that is personal. Now, you have a couple ways of backing up your device, and I will give you two different options of going about this depending on if you may be resetting this device because you got a new phone, or if you're just resetting it for, I don't know, just to start fresh, whatever the case may be. So in any case, in here, right above the factory reset, we have backup and restore. Now this is, in here you will find several different ways of backing up your device. So starting off with the worst one, we have Google Backup. Now this one will be the most universal, but also the shittiest of them all. And in general, I don't really recommend using it as it is pretty limited in how it backs up your device. And to explain this, just so you're aware, if this is one that you will want to use, this backup can be basically restored on any Android device, which has perks to it, opposed to the other option, which I'm going to mention, which are limited primarily to Xiaomi devices. The Google Backup will allow you to back up some data, not all of it. So this will back up things like your, I believe, call logs, messages, and so on. So anything that basically Google can store on their cloud to basically, train their AI models. And it also doesn't take too much space. So that's going to be some of those things. Photos, videos, things like that you've captured, those can be backed up as well. But you will be limited by default to, I believe, 15 gigabytes, which is the cloud storage of your Google account. Assuming you're not paying for more, anything above 15 gigabytes just kind of gets left behind on the phone. So if you are relying on this kind of backup, photos, obviously you make sure that they're backed up. You might need to do backup of second portion to something else, which as a backup is absolutely just horrendous. Another thing is applications. The way Google backs them up is less than optimal. So Google doesn't physically back up the application. What it gives as a backup, as an info, is just kind of like a cliff note of, you know what, when you're backing up this device, there were such and such applications on here. Make a note of that so you can re-download them. That's kind of how it does it. And then when you're restoring it, it automatically re-downloads these applications. Now, this backup is limited only to applications that came from Google Play Store. If they came from third-party sources like GitHub or anywhere in the browser, tough shit. You can basically download them, back them up yourself. Google is not going to touch anything associated with that. Basically, their logic is not their circus, not their monkeys. So that's one thing. And even if it's their monkeys, so application from Play Store, if, for instance, Google or the developer removed the application from Play Store and you're trying to restore it, well, too bad, that application no longer exists, so you have nothing to download. Which, as a backup of an application that you have on your device that you backed up, is a very shitty backup if it's dependent on if the application is downloadable right now. I thought that the point of a backup is to have a physical copy of something, so I don't need to rely on finding it on the net. So again, as a backup, this one is horrendous. Now, the couple options that we have right here. First one right above that is the Xiaomi Cloud. So this would be similar to Google Backup, but instead of Google, it's using Xiaomi. Never used it, so I don't really know how extensive the backup here is. And if your device that you're going to be using next after this won't be a Xiaomi, obviously this backup becomes completely unavailable to you. It can only be restored on another Xiaomi. So as a backup, this option is also pretty bad. Now, the two other options above that are the decent ones. So you can create a backup to your computer or to a mobile device. Now, the mobile device basically will use the Mi Mover, Mi Cloner, whatever the hell it's here. Let's quickly check. So here, no. System apps, Mi Move. So, and here we have a Mi Move. So this specific application right here. And this one will be the basically go-to application to use if you're planning to create a backup, move to another Xiaomi device. So it's a limited option because it only allows you to use Xiaomi devices for this. But if you do have a Xiaomi phone, old or new one, this is going to be basically a gold standard for you. Nothing really beats it. But as an example, for people that are resetting this device and trying to back it up right now because they got a new phone, maybe you picked up a new phone that isn't a Xiaomi, in this case, you won't be using this application. You will be using the application of the new phone. So every company, not every, but a lot of the big brand companies do have their own version of this kind of application. And as an example, Samsung has an application that does exactly the same thing, but it's called Smart Switch. For instance, Oppo, Realme, OnePlus, and Vivo, all four use the same application called Clone Phone. Huawei's use Phone Clone, just the other way around. So depending on which phone you're going to be moving to, you're going to want to download on this device, the old one, the application of the new devices, like the new device that uses it. And from there, they all look almost identical to this. They have new old options. So you will select whatever you want. Now, if you're moving away from this device to a different one and you download their application, you usually only have that this is an old device. These companies will allow you to use their application to move from an old device, whatever that is, to their device, but they won't make it easy for you to move using their application from their device to other brand. Obviously, they're developed an application to help you move to their phone, not to help you move out of it. That's why every company has their own. Anyway, so that will be the best way to back up your device, and you can do this in both ways. Either grab an old phone, even older than what you have, and move this data to that device using said application, and that will be a backup for you on another phone. Or just instead of backing up, you can automatically migrate to your new device, basically skipping the backup, as everything will be moved there. And this backup here that you can use will include things like your basically contacts, call logs, messages, application, along with app data. The applications, the process doesn't care where these applications came from. App data is associated with these applications gets moved to, which basically includes things like the way the application is set up. So maybe you have some options to change in the application, the organization of menus, that gets moved, how you have organized it. Or for instance, that it was in dark mode. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. And additionally, photos, videos, if you have more than 15 gigabytes, you don't need to sweat. As long as the other device has enough storage in total on it, which most of the devices have like 128 gigs at least, I'm pretty sure you're pretty good in this aspect too. So that will be the best option, and one that I recommend utilizing. So let's move back here. And these two options are the mobile device that basically would move you to the Mi Move, while computer also uses Mi Move, but it actually requires you to plug in your device and connect it to your computer and download the program there. And that option, I don't know if it's going to limit you to restoring this data, even though it's on your computer, to also Xiaomi devices. So this could be a potential problem if it does this, but I would recommend checking it out. You don't need to back up the entire phone. You can just pick to back up just, I don't know, maybe a single application and see if you can restore it on other devices. If you can, that's great. If you can't, then obviously you have your answer. You're limited to just Xiaomi. Anyway, so let's move back to the factory reset right here. And that took probably a little bit more time than I should have taken to explain this, but in any case, now you can finally move to the reset. When you click on it, you get a quick message that all this information will be deleted, which obviously that's why we went through the backing up process. And from here, we can just jump to erase all data. If you have some kind of screen lock, you will need to confirm it. I have a pattern, so let's quickly draw it. It gives you a last option to back up your device again. No need, we have already gone through this, so we can now just jump straight to factory reset. It's going to start to do something, and Xiaomi, again, still consider their user base to have room temperature IQ, so it gives them a 10-second timer to basically skip this. or to press next, and then another 10 seconds wasted of your life to just affirm for this is actually a 4th time you're introduced with the idea of factory reset removes all data. Now we can click on OK, and this will begin resetting your device. Now this process will take probably 2 minutes on this device, give or take a minute, and when it's completed, we will be presented with the setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished, and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi POCO M7, and today I'll show you how you can record screen on this device. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen and then that once more to extend the list of visible toggles. Now, somewhere between here, we should have our screen recorder. If it's not visible, like it's not on my end, we can add it, and we can do so by going to the second page, clicking on the edit right here. And below, we'll see right here in the grayer tone area, all the toggles that we can add. Now, let's find our screen recorder, which is at the very bottom. So we're going to hold it, and you can see you can now just drag it along, drag it to the top, select done, and we have access to it right here. So once you have your screen recorder added, first time around, before you start recording, I would recommend holding it, and this will take you to the settings. Now in here, there are just a couple options that I recommend changing. So resolution, if it's not set to basically the highest one, 1920 by 18 or 886, I recommend changing it to that. This is just what could be considered like a standard resolution. 720 is, we're not in like 2000s anymore. So anyway, another thing in here is the video quality. This one can stay at 16 megabits. Increasing it will also increase the amount of space that the recording will take. And this is generally the description of how much storage it will take. So it's going to be basically 16 megabits. So this is also per second. So if you double it to select the 32, obviously you're now consuming twice as much storage for the same length of video recording. Now, the benefit here is that at lower bit rates, your footage might look a little bit, maybe not grainy. In motion, it might lose quality, fidelity. And then when you stop it, it regains it. So that's basically what the bitrate does. It tries to cut away details as much as it can to give you this bitrate that you want. And the higher it is, the lower the screen recording is to struggle with basically trying to mitigate some quality. We can take it from here just so it looks overall just better, right? So by setting it up higher, you basically remove that possibility of having this kind of grainy, boxy kind of look in the motion where things just lose colors sometimes, where it's just kind of more like a block of area where it's just more of a similar color in one area instead of just having actual sharp image looking. That's kind of how it happens. And sometimes you can also experience this, for instance, in watching maybe Netflix or something along those lines. Sometimes you will see that in dark scenes where you have video, a dark scene where there's a visible line where there's for instance, grayer and then black. This also is kind of caused by low bit rate. So anyway, select whichever one you want, and you can obviously test it out, see if the fidelity is there, which you're looking for at 16. It should, but you can select it at 24. I don't recommend going above that, as we're only dealing with a 1080p resolution. Now, last thing here is going to be the frame rate. Now, we have several options, 24 being set by default for some god-awful reason. So I recommend changing it to 60. Now we can go to 90, but that is honestly more of a diminishing return, as if you're recording this for purposes of, uploading it to YouTube as an example, YouTube doesn't use 90 frames. It only does 60. So anything above that, like I said, is just kind of lost, which means it's diminishing returns. And that will also kind of impact the bitrate. Obviously, you're now having more frames that need to be generated and recorded while still keeping the same bitrate. So it will depend on your settings primarily. In general, 60 frames, 1080p, and 16 megabits should get you good enough quality to the point that you probably won't really tell the difference. If you can, change it to 24. I don't really recommend going above that. And otherwise, 90 can also be utilized if you really want to, but just know that primarily you will be the one viewing it on your display at 90 frames. Most kind of monitors at work and whatnot, YouTube and just general platforms like Instagrams and all that don't really support 90 or 120. They only do at 60. So you kind of lose that. For your personal use, this would be great. And other than that, it's kind of redundant. So one last thing that I want to talk about is the show button taps and touch gestures. So here we can enable these. So basically on the recording, it will be visible where your finger was basically interacting with the display. It's something that can enable if you want. For game purposes, it might look a little bit distracting, so I won't be bothering with this, though I am going to actually enable this one just so you can see how that looks like. Now anyway, let's close this up. You have actually no options there to save. It just automatically changes and keeps it. So now let's find this toggle and tap on it to toggle it on, and this will bring up the notification to allow Recorder to send you notifications. We don't really need that. And for some reason also opened up settings. We can close this up as all we want is this overlay. So to start recording, you're just going to press on the record button. There we go. And let's open up some kind of application. I'm going to first open up app that I know for a fact I can't record. And it's not because I don't have internet connection. But in general, you wouldn't be able to record it. Let's also open up something that I know I can record, like Xiaomi Home. There we go. So once you're done, you can interact with this overlay. Click on the stop or the basically square, and this will save the recording to your Photos Gallery application. Now, Mind it, we also have a couple options in here. Most importantly, we have the folder icon. The folder icon takes you to the location where you have only screen recordings and nothing else. The two other buttons, well, three other ones, we have the settings, which you can obviously access by holding the toggle like I did, close to get rid of this overlay, and obviously the record. So let's get rid of this and move on to our gallery. I'll be using gallery for this, as it's just one that I prefer over Google Photos. It has a bit better layout for things like screenshots and screen recordings. And I'm going to allow all. Now, in the Photos tab, you will see your screen recordings and also screenshots. But later on, if you're trying to find something that you captured some time ago, it might be easier to navigate to the albums, which is the second tab right here, and then locate album called Screenshots and Screen Recordings. Now, it is cut out, but that's basically what it says. And you can see it a little bit clearer right here. When you click on it, it automatically defaults to the Screenshot tab. So from here, you just select Screen Recording, and voila, it just shows you only screen recordings. Makes it super easy to find whatever screen recording in particular you would be looking for. And obviously removes that need for you to go through like entire library of media. Whatever. And you can see it's playing back. Now I do want to talk about this, what I wanted to kind of showcase here, but I wasn't able to because no internet connection. So platforms like Netflix, Spotify, and for instance, bank applications, so on, have the ability to block screen recorders, and they obviously use that ability. And what will happen when you open up such an application is, instead of seeing, for instance, something like this, you will see just a straight black screen and nothing on it. And this feature is part of Android, designed to protect the privacy and security of the user. Now, with that in mind, this feature isn't always being used for that purpose. So in case of bank application, it is done for your security. If you imagine that you open up some kind of bank app and you start typing in your PIN, and you have some malware that is straight up just seeing what you're typing in, you can imagine how that would be vulnerable to the security of your bank. So obviously it's being blocked, and this kind of malware can't see literally anything. But where it kind of falls apart, this kind of logic for your security and safety, is with streaming platforms like this god-awful garbage right here, Netflix, Spotify, for instance, which do it just to basically prevent piracy. Now, as far as I can tell, this is your effing device, not theirs. You're not responsible for protecting their privacy. It's on their freaking job to basically protect it without interfering with how you can use your device. And because they seem to not get this damn idea, I'm going to be showing you how you can record whatever you might be wanting to record, or capture a screenshot of whatever content you might be trying to capture. Because you should be sure as shit able to do so when you pay for the damn platform. So, because of that, I'm going to just show you what you can do instead, if you're interested, to basically get whatever Netflix, Spotify offers for free. So let me just quickly connect to network, as I will need it. Oops. Yep, so there we go. We're now connected. Cool. So we're going to go into our browser. We don't need any application for this. Come on. There we go. Where did you redirect me? There we go. So we're going to go to pstream.mov. This is the first one that I use myself. Now, I will recommend having some kind of DNS, for instance, ad blocking on your device. And when interacting with any of this content, I do also recommend installing their plugin. As you can see, they do offer one. If you don't, you can still use it, but sometimes you might encounter that when it goes to repositories that it tries to get this info from, it just might not load it. So obviously that just makes it a little bit annoying. But just in case, you can use the default one, no plugin required. And you can see here the repositories that it looks for. And let's see if it finds anything. Oh, found on the first try. And come on, skip intro maybe. Another thing that downloading the plugin does, from what I can tell, is also allows it to load a little bit faster. This is a bit slow. Could be due to internet at work. Oh no, it just failed to load it. Okay, cool. So you can see it went through a bunch of other ones, and hopefully this time it will load it. I know Greenland 2 isn't the greatest movie, but like, come on. Come on. I guess some more scanning. Seems like I picked the wrong thing to try to play right here. Let's try maybe something else that might be a little bit more suited for actually like loading it up. Now this looks like it actually might require the plugin to function correctly. This is a little bit ridiculous for loading it, and for convenience it kind of stops. Yep, okay, there you go. So sometimes it won't load it. So yeah, plugin seems to be actually a little bit more important. So I would recommend maybe trying it out. You can also look for something like Cloud Stream on GitHub, and for Spotify, and also this would also include YouTube, for instance, or YouTube Music, you can use Revanced. It's basically like an area where you can just download a couple of the applications that have been modified to, for instance, YouTube, be able to watch it without the ads and play in background and all that jazz, along with Spotify and YouTube Music also working without any kind of subscription, without ads and all that crap. So those are great options, and obviously they can allow you to capture video screenshots of them without much of a problem. And yeah, anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful. I did try to give you a little bit of a alternative means of maybe capturing something that you couldn't capture, just because I despise the fact that something like Netflix can literally dictate how you are able to use your own device. So if you found that helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.